Hi everyone, welcome back to an exciting day of windsurfing. We had to transport our competition today to Topocalma, as you can see the beautiful images here of that beach. Another day here with Pro Junior boy, Pro Junior girl. We're going to our finals with the Pro women and Pro men in just a few minutes, and we keep going with Master. I have Felipe Wedeles with me. Hi, Felipe.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Hello everyone.
So just explain a little bit the logistic thing. We had to transport everything to Topocalma because conditions were missing in Matanzas, right?
Yeah, today morning we have a few meetings to see what we
So we see now on the wave, on the last few moments of that heat now on the wave, on the last few moments of that heat, Tobias Bjorna. It's a very, very, very tight competition. The ones who are following on live heat, you can see that the scores are way up there. These guys are actually ripping. Topocalma, I was going to say Matanzas. Topocalma.
Topocalma is now like 20 knots, 25 knots, cross offshore, and the waves are kind of between 1.5 meters to 2 meter, and everything is going great for the junior, the girls, the pro juniors, etc.
Yeah. So I'm not sure that what we see, the scores that we're seeing on board are the right one. They're not the same that are on the live heat. I imagine that something is going to calibrate there for us. But we can talk during that happen about the finale of the Pro Junior girls. We had Alexia Kiefer absolutely ripping it out there. Maria Morales following. The two were going like back and forward with the highest scores. They were like keep switching spot like 1-2, 1-2. And then we had Lisa Wehrmaster who navigated really well. Very close call between her and Maria.
Early, we took the decision at 11:30, so we moved everything. You're watching like the live stream.
Warm up. We are going to start with the women final, the pro women final at 4:30 on the dots. So this is about in 11 minutes Chile hour. They're going to have a 27-minute heat with a 3-minute break. After that, we will go with the men starting on the dot at 5:00 p.m. Chile time. So this is going to be our two finals. After that, we will go straight away into master. So you can see how the wave is really well forming here in Topocalma. Beautiful scene there. It's such a wild place here, Topocalma. You just feel like you're... You see that jump?
Yeah, the guys are warming up, just warming up. Well, incredible. Batista and Mark Pared, they're flying by the drone. It's gonna be a sick final for the women and the men. I think it's a gift to have the flexibility to move up here to Topocalma Bay.
Coming to Matanzas, it's a must to come and navigate here to Topocalma. As you can see, the wave is absolutely dreamy. It's one of the favorite place of a lot of pro riders actually in this world. They mention Topocalma a lot, and you can clearly see why. Look at those guys. We're gonna have a finale absolutely insane. Camille Juban, Marc Paris-Rico, Baptiste Cloirec, and Marcilio Brown. But before that, we're gonna have our pro women final with Sarakita Ofringa, Alexia Kiefer Quintana, Jane Seaman, and Maria Morales Navarro. This is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, yesterday in the semifinals was great, really intense. We take all the day till dark to decide who was coming to this day to the finals, and everybody is giving them best. Even like Camille and Baptiste, that they have broken bones and they are pushing.
They're really pushing hard, these guys.
Yeah.
They're limping around, both of them.
Yeah, And like the Camille is crazy. Like he's not gonna warm up and he's just gonna show up in the final. He's doing that the same thing the whole week. Like not even sailing 1 minute before he was on competition. There we
So
see Sarah going out.
yeah, Sarah is feeling actually confident. I talked to her a little bit as her hair was blowing out with the wind here. The wind is very, very strong. I mean, I don't know how many knots there is here on the beach itself, not in the ocean, but outside, I think it's close to 30.
Yes, close to 30.
Close to 30. Let's talk a little bit about Lina Erperstein. I think she's positive vibe, but she did get a good injury yesterday. It's not confirmed yet, but they think she may have a light Lis Frank fracture. So let's just send her very positive vibe. It's if it's an injury like this, it's not an easy one. This is actually what Baptiste Cloarec is dealing with right now. So let's give them lots of healing energy.
Yeah, we're gonna miss Lisa.
A lot.
Lina.
Lina. Yeah, we're gonna miss her. So beautiful day here. It's actually quite warm. The sun is absolutely. Look at Marcilio. I have to stop talking.
Yeah.
Let's just watch him.
No, these guys are really are using different gear than them you were using in Matanzas. Marcilio came with his Topocalma boards and other type of board for Matanzas. And Marc Paré, when I watch at the beach, he's using that sail is a 4.5, kind of big for me to when I see these conditions here. Normally I rig the 4.0, 4.2, and the Fabre's brother maybe 3.7. So it's interesting how big the gear they can handle for to be really taking the advantage in the conditions.
Yeah, I would rig a 3.15. I was actually talking to some of these guys, like Marc Paré. It was nice. They were having a discussion, Brausinho and him, and I don't know if they were talking about that, but I arrived in that little circle of discussion, and I was saying, Marc, maybe you should go out with a 4.2, and he said, no, I don't like to be
he
missing power in
a
myself.
5.3, 2.50.
And if he said he may go with kids come and learn how to windsurf. We're actually sitting in one of those cars over there, but yeah, this is the usually the pond where people learn how to do windsurf.
They don't show the cars at the beach. Okay, please. Sorry.
So this is it. As you can see, the sun is shining on the ocean here in Topocalma. People are just walking on the beach, trying to transport their gear around. And it's just that itself, it can be a sport.
It's so hard. Everybody dresses like to be on the mountain. It's kind of cold today.
I think Paul from Fishbowl Diary was actually taking pictures on the beach. I was like, wow, your pants are 3 minutes to go. Jane Seaman getting ready. She's very used to port tack condition in Australia. Maria Morales also there, setting up her clock. These girls are going to have 27 minutes to show what they can do on this beautiful. You guys don't
you see
how big that wave is, but it's actually like almost mast high.
It's like logo high.
Yeah.
The wave that is riding right now, Marcilio.
Look at that.
It's different type of sailing than in Matanzas. It's like more, you have this wall, more to repeat, to go around. Not like in Matanzas that you have to do those tight turns and then gain speed to reach the section and the boats. That is so fun.
It's not that fast. You don't have to speed down the line and draw your line in different sections. It's just one big wave.
You mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't go like you're not running to hell like down the line to reach the sections.
That's it. it's actually pretty cool because that wave break, it's actually maybe 20 meters from the beach. It's like
It's really close.
very
in this
very
season.
close. So to watch it as a spectator on the beach is absolutely insane.
Yes, yes. The spot this season is amazing to be here. You are so close to the action, and for the people here at the beach, you're gonna see it super live. You know, you're really close to the riders. There is Batiste in the warm up. We're in the warm up for the two finals, the women final and the men final. The three guys are warming up, and Camille is resting at the beach, I think.
So we have less than 2 minutes
Yeah.
left for the pro woman final Chile 5-star Surazo Infernal World Cup 2025.
Yeah, the spot is great today. It's great. Can't believe the difference between Matanzas and Topocalma today. There they are, the women's going out or going in. Depends where you are. How do you say it? Saraquita, Maria Morales.
Yeah, these girls, Alexia and Maria, who has been sailing really, really well. I mean, I think the knowledge they took coming and compete here last year, it shows this year. Like, they're a bit less surprised of the conditions.
And
So-
Jane is going with the
Heat is on.
Heat is on.
Heat
Wow.
is on. This is it. This is our pro women final World Cup 2025 in Chile. Our first 5-star event of the year. We can see she's very comfortable, powerful top turn there, making a statement with her first wave. Good on you, Sarah. She got some good 2 turns into that. And then we have Alexia, Kiefer, Quintana. Oh no, this is just someone coming out.
Yes, Baptiste going out.
Yeah, this is our RD, Roberto Ricci design.
Yep. There is Jane heading out in the lineup in this perfect wave, this perfect left-hander of Topocalma. This is incredible surfing spot also. But there are some years that is great for sailing too, even better than this year. And there is no too much chances for surfing, but this year has been great for both. Jane Seaman is getting the wave. He's turning around.
We have some rider in the wave. She's
It's
getting
Jane.
ready.
It's Jane.
Yeah, this is Jane.
Please, camera for Jane Seaman.
She's on the lower part of the ball of the wave there. We're missing her, but she's
Yeah.
actually riding that wave like she does in
Whoa,
Australia
you
with
do a good
lots
hit.
of confidence. So down there is a rider on wave.
Alexia there at the point. There is Jane
There we
Seaman
go.
with that hit to the lip, and then a closing turn. He do a first turn, and then that hit to the lip.
Yeah, I think that was like the best wave so far in that heat. I think it's going to be over Saraquita's pointage there, but I let the judge decide that. But she was very aggressive there on that turn, and it
Yes.
was a very critical part
Now
of
we have
the wave.
Maria Morales on a wave, getting close to the breaking point.
There we go. She's decided.
Yeah, full offshore. The wind is so offshore.
That's why you see them a bit overpowered in their cells. Like there's a way of positioning your cell in Topocalma if you don't want like you cannot come back all the way. If not, the wind is just gonna blow that cell and you're gonna be overpowered really fast. Like there's a little technique there to
Yeah,
to
and
do
I
it right.
think here the sails
Mhm.
make them make you turn right or wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the way you rig them and the way you manage and the design. In the lineup,
Yeah, they're getting
we
ready.
have Sarah, Alexia behind. They're riding more down to the rock. Normally you can go really up and close to the breaking point.
Yeah, there's
There
this
is a set that coming with
sun coming in.
Alexia.
Yeah, Alexia Kiefer is on it.
Please take it.
She
All
will
right.
take it.
All right.
Getting set up right there at the point.
Now we're with high tide, so the waves are peeling all the way in the sandbank.
Look at
Oh, he missed that one.
she's
But
gonna
that
cry
was
about
like
that
too
one.
much wind, you know. in
Yeah,
the
that's what
sail.
I say. Like she came back too much, and the wind just
Yeah,
blew her sail away.
yeah, it take you back.
As we can see the pointage coming in, Jane Seaman with a 5.23. She had like a little bit of extra turn there in that wave. That's why her score is higher than Sarakita. They had the same energy in the wave, but she just did a few turn extra at the
Yeah.
end, so that's why there's some extra point there. Maria Morales with her first score too with a 2.97, and Alicia Kiefer.
There is Sarah waiting for the set wave. I can see. Let's see if he improved his sailing and he's going more critical and some hitting the lip in some sections, because that really pay off to Jane with that hit of to the lip.
Sarakita drawing her line. She's trying to see if she wants to take that one or just kick out, and she kicked out.
Yeah, that wave was looking nice, but nothing happened. And now we have Alexia in a wave. We have Alexia in a wave. Well, that
No, this is Jane
and
Seaman.
Jane Seaman in the first one, and Alexia the one on the back.
There we
Great
go.
hit again.
Yeah, a very similar wave, I would say, that their first one. It's
Jane
almost-
is really going for it.
Alexia Keither looks like she was in a wave in the back. We missed her. We have Sarakita right there taking one. This is a huge wave. Huge set. Nice. Right on top of it. Speeding up. Under the lip hit right there. Did you see that? Nice energy. Okay, good for that. She's setting up for more. That wave has more to offer her. She just doesn't want to know. She's not knowing if she wants to go all the way down, and she does. Nice railing serve there. Okay, so just we explained a little bit our. If we feel like we're not on the dot here, like it was also difficult for all the streaming team to arrive here. We're just sitting in a car trying to figure it out and trying to bring that to you guys the best as we can. As we see Maria Morales there on a wave.
That was a really nice wave. Like
yeah.
of size. He crossed the section doing a bottom turn down the line, and then the wave doesn't offer too much. I think that section is the right one to hit. I want to see you girls hitting that lip.
Yeah, I mean,
we know you can.
A lot of these girls the last few days haven't sailed Topo Calma. They have sailed Matanzas, so they're getting thrown off a little bit. But that's what's beautiful about this context. You need to be able to sail everything. You're a pro woman, so good.
Yeah, you can sail. You have to sail any condition. It's all about windsurfing. And what we're seeing here in Chile, that we're moving from side to side on condition like Matanzas to this cross offshore.
Look at
That's
that.
a completely different technique to do like hard turns and to keep on the wave in these waves with this wind.
Oh, this is a replay.
Nice turn. We're happy to have the replays.
Yeah, this is perfect. These girls all rode a wave way down the line, like as far as they can down there. So they're all trying to go back up to the point. The wind is really strong. They're going to take less than 2 minutes to get there. So that's why we have so many replay. Look at that.
We still have 18 minutes.
Oh yes,
I
plenty of
think
time.
everything is gonna get better. We have plenty of time to set up everything, like to wait for the proper set that cam again, for our cameras to be more sharp.
Yeah, I'm very glad they got to have 27 minutes. I think it's proper time for them. Good call on head judge. We want to see windsurfing, and these girls are the top of the world right now. And 27 minutes of that, it's just what we want. Sarakita setting up.
Yeah, and on the back,
Ooh.
Jane do a jive for the set. But
Someone
we
on the
have,
wave right now.
Yeah,
Can
we
we
have
zoom out?
Alexia.
Alexia Kiefer on the
Alexia
wave.
Kiefer is on
There
the
we
wave
go.
there, and we see the
Perfect.
the top turn, really nice.
Okay,
Nice
there we
wave.
go. See how decided she is? This girl knows how to windsurf, I'm telling you guys. She's only 20 years old and she's amazing. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to see some more windsurfing there. There's other sets coming in. Sarakita already like almost at the point. Scores are in. Jane Seaman with a 5.23 and a 6.13. That second wave was actually better than her first one. Puts her right now in the lead with 11.36.
I really like this aerial view from the drone. We can show you guys, people, better what Topocalma looks like and how the sets peel in the wave and the strategy to reach the the nice section. There we have Jane
On another wave.
on another wave. Boom, looking from the
Look
back.
at that. She
Yeah.
made it. She actually just did one turn, but she did a great aerial. That was the lower part of that wave, the lower ball. And she just felt like riding right there and not going back to the point because she said, maybe I can do something radical. And she did it.
She know that she already have two good waves.
Yeah.
So now she can try to go for more. You know?
Exactly. Jane Seaman, she's right there on top with these. I mean, I think these are the conditions she's used to. I think we have someone on the wave, Maria Morales.
Maria Morales with a nice top turn.
We have to watch these two girls.
And on the wave on the back, Sara.
And we have Sarakita on another wave in the back, and she's actually like done one turn, second turn.
Really good.
Look at this
really
style.
Good selection, that one.
Look at that, how smooth she is. She's smooth but powerful, you know, like she just, bam.
She's tall. She have the pivot
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
powerful. Here in Topocalma,
Incredible.
really pay off to move a lot the hands on the boom. For sure they're gonna get it more in moving forward in the heat to release all the power to do those top turns.
Yeah, and position yourself in a good position so the wind doesn't
But it's
doesn't
incredible. It's
overpower
incredible
you.
what they're doing,
Look at that.
where they are riding.
Beautiful. I mean, it's our first time
First time
in Topocalma.
See?
She hasn't come before in Topocalma. This is the first time, her first waves. I think Alexia Kiefer there. She's about to get a set. I mean, we cannot underestimate these two youngsters, Alexia and Maria Morales, are very fierce. I would.
Yeah, Maria. Maybe the
out.
next time she has
Look at that.
the opportunity, like Alexia now, they're gonna try to go harder.
Look at that.
Boom.
Amazing.
So stylish, Alexia.
It's good because
Yeah, look.
in that wave, there's more time. And you can have a good score on that one. It's definitely going to beat our 4.03. It's going to let her way up there with the other one. This is amazing.
Yeah, Alexia and Maria both had been working a lot with in the style, and style give you power.
Exactly. Look at that. She's way up there, right under Jane Seaman with a 10.96, almost ex aequo with Saraquita. And we have Maria Morales there expressing herself in Topo Calma. Topo not so calma today, I will tell you. Topo Calma is not really calma. It's giving power.
Well, Topo Calma means brave tongue.
Really? Brave tongue. I didn't know that. You're actually...
Yes, the tongue of the wind. You know, that's the meaning.
Okay.
Because it's...
There we have a replay. We missed a little bit.
This kind of wind is like the bass. Then they have more and more.
Yeah. Over there, it's just...
I don't know which size of sails they are using now.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's big. I think it's around 3.7, 3.7 and 4.0. But I wouldn't be surprised that there's some smaller than that. I mean, the junior boys right before, not the pro junior, the junior boy, they went out with 3.4. And it was actually cute to see some of them on the water.
Yeah, and they were super overpowered.
And they were so cute. They were helping each other when someone would get down the line, like way down in the bay. They were all running and get his equipment and helping the rider to come back to the point.
We have Alexia on second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's pushing.
What we were describing is really paying off. You know, you have the Sara going strong in good selection too, but Alexia managed to really make a statement with his waves.
Yeah, that second wave, she was so in control of it, and she took her time to really position well on each hit. For those move at the end, they don't want to break equipment, they don't want to break themselves. You know, like girls, we tend to see the big picture instead of seeing the moment.
Yeah.
Like we try to analyze from top to bottom. I know my mind is a bit like that, and I think
it's not easy.
No.
Because you have the end section to hit the lip, and then if you want to hit the lip at the beginning, you have to be really in the inside.
Look at that.
And they are kind of in the shoulder now. So they should move and they should push to go more in the inside to get that like mini barrel that...
I understand that exactly that.
Yeah, or more tight turns. But here, if you do a tight turn and you go too straight, like 12 o'clock in the wave, it's probably that you're going to get kicked out of the wave.
Of course.
So it's a hard technique.
So this is a very difficult spot where she is right now, Saraquita. There's not a lot of wind because the wind is kind of blocked by the island. But if she's patient enough, she may get that wave. While Jane is riding just the lower ball. She just loved that section. Ooh. So she took the risk there.
Yeah, she's pushing herself.
I hope the equipment is fine. We saw some weird
We saw Sara, really, really good one. It's really different from what we saw at the beginning, like under the lip.
There we go. Oh, she thought about it, but Jane was there.
Ooh,
crash.
We have a crash. Yeah, those are those moments when you think more than a second.
Yeah.
That you have to go.
Yeah. But I'm sure she didn't want to land on her partner there, her friend, Jane Seaman.
It's the first time that we have a woman contest in Topo Calma.
Really?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I don't remember
in 2019. Did you not do something
in the
here?
4 stars?
Oh, in the 4 stars.
I don't remember.
Well,
really.
I think in 2019 the contest was here. You did some camping, glamping here.
Yeah.
And you must have a final with women over here.
I think it wasn't.
It really.
Different times, you know.
I'm surprised. Okay, as you can see.
So this is like a milestone.
Look at that. And that second one was very good too, right into the pocket. And that third one, she just saw in the last second, she saw Jane over there and she's like, oh, I need to get away, you know. Jane is really risking it all. I think she deserves to be on the lead so far. But Sarah Kita, with every wave she's taking, she's making it better.
Even you make your specific board for this. Even you make your specific board for this place. You know?
Of course.
So it's a beginning.
I mean, I saw all of them like going into the water before they start. I mean, I saw all of them like going into the water before they start the pro junior today, and all of them changed equipment. I think they didn't know the wind was going to be so powerful. Alexia changed board. She changed her sail. It was good that they got on time here to try it a little bit and be more comfortable. You don't want to be not comfortable on the water. It's the worst thing ever.
And this place, look at this, Alexia, that you have those gas that are on and off.
That's because of the island, right?
Yeah, because of those rocks, the island, and because this place is full offshore, the wind is coming through the land with all the temperature of the land, and it's gusty. And it can be really nice wind, but today the conditions are gusty with those patches of no wind, of strong wind, and here you must have a board that you can float over it to really get position, to gain priority, and to get the best waves.
As we're seeing the boys getting set up, we're seeing Camille Juban just limping his way to the ocean.
Maybe he need a wheelchair to go from the track to the beach.
I think
to the water.
At the exit of that contest, I think he will need one. He's really just limping his way from the cars to the beach. Yeah, under 5 minutes, 4 minutes left with these girls.
Yeah, no sets coming yet.
No sets are coming, or maybe
but for
they're
sure
trying
we're
to
gonna
go.
Set is gonna come for sure in this 3 minutes and a half that we have. And Alexia riding a.
This is Maria Morales.
Maria Morales, sorry.
This is her best friend, Maria Morales.
Boom, nice
trying
section.
to get up there with them, and I think this wave is gonna give it to her. She's showing a lot more confidence than the wave she took so far in that heat. And I think this will help her to get a little closer to the
then Jen get
girls in the front.
A nice one.
And Jane is on one. There you
Boom.
go. See how she's taking risks.
Yeah, she wants to push. She
But
wants to
now
show everyone that the aerial that she's used to do.
Yeah, she's really hitting that lip, but now she needs to have a little better timing. But she's leading that. I think I want Jake to be here than she thought. So her timing was a bit off. It's not the same speed in Matanzas, and so she needs to get adjusted to that.
Yeah, you're moving like kind of slow to be on the pocket.
Yeah, we're gonna see it
but
again.
Then if you see a section, you have to really gain speed.
Man, she needs to hold on to that boom with that
Boom.
wind.
Yeah.
It was just a bit wrong timing. Under 1 minute left, guys. Soon we're gonna know who's gonna be our Chile World Cup Surazo Infernal champion. This is exciting. Last year we had a little battle with Maria and Alexia on a wave, remember? And
Yes.
they both got one, and oh my God, they were going at it after that with the judges.
Yeah.
Maria. There she goes. She knows she needs that. That's why she goes for the smaller wave, because the head judge did say, I don't care how big is your wave. If you're showing radical move, you'll
And
get
Alexia
points for
on
that.
the back.
Alexia. I think that wave is very fast
1
and just
minute to
closed
go.
on her.
And Jane do the jive on the back.
Does Alexia will have enough time?
And Jane, she keep taking waves.
I think Jane is
And now
going for
she's
the
gonna
win.
kill it. For sure. There she go. Top turn.
Beautiful
Right bottom.
angle. Let's stay
Boom.
with that angle. Look at that. I think this is little little nice floater over there. I don't know if she wanted to do one or it just happened, but she clearly made a nice wave. Is that gonna be better than her 5.23? Maybe. It's hard to say at that point because that wave was actually big.
And Sarah is not giving up.
No, there's 14 seconds. Look at
She's
that.
going
She's going
for
to
the
tack
tack
her way.
to go. Wow, a nice
Ooh.
one. 6, 7, 7, 6, 5.
I mean,
It's counting.
it is counting. This wave
It
is
is
counting,
counting.
guys. Not sure if it's going to be a really well-formed one, but she's going for it, and I think she's going to try to go for big moves.
Yeah. No.
Maybe not. So the clock is off. Let's wait a little bit to see what the judge are going to think and do that last calibration. But so far we have Jane Seaman on winning that heat. Alexia Kiefer, second
final.
position. Sara Kita, third position. And Maria Morales Navarro, fourth position. And will be it. Jane Seaman. Where are you, Jake? I want to listen you scream right now. This is just amazing. Jane Seaman deserved absolutely all points that she earned. She showed aggressivity. She had great timing. She was powerful under the lip, had lots of confidence, and she got a lot of waves. She got 6 waves.
Yeah, 6 wave. Yeah, I'm really impressed by Jane because at the beginning of the week, he began with a really...
I mean, she got crashed.
Yeah, he got crashed. No,
by
he
a
got,
huge
she
set.
got crashed. The first hit wasn't so...
Yeah, it's right. It's right. You're right. She didn't
Yeah.
have that of a good one, but
a great
I think
start.
it happened.
And now she built the
Yeah.
confidence and the power that she had to show it.
She's the veteran in
Yeah.
that heat. I won't tell her hate. She's gonna hate me for that. Great competition.
What
Sarah
a
Keeter.
marvelous final.
Sarah Keeter had a very good style the whole competition, but I think next year if she comes back, she'll do better because she's gonna have a little bit more knowledge on how the details of this beach is. First time surfing here. Alexia Kiefer showed power. She showed how to just be relaxed, analyze what's coming under her, and hit it every time.
Yeah, style.
Jane just didn't take
both.
any risk.
Yeah, I really like the performance of Alexia and Maria.
Yeah, both of them.
And from Jane, all can I say is that she's been coming for all the years. She's been here. She's been pushing. You know, she just needs the right conditions to really win the thing. You know,
So-
she's been pushing.
This is it. We're alive with the Pro Men Final. The clock is on. We're going at 30 seconds.
Baptiste in a wave.
Baptiste Clorec in the wave.
Small
Let's show
one.
that on the screen, guys. Oh, this is
Yeah.
it. I'm going to try to be careful with my sounds effect, but this is going to be difficult. It was about 3 hits, just like that one.
The sound effects.
Yes, I know what Ben and Paul does with them.
Yeah, Baptiste can make look really nice a small wave. So
Yeah.
that is super dangerous.
He's
for
like a
their
little
contenders.
asterisk with
Yeah.
a magic potion.
Yes.
Huh? Look at that.
Yeah, he can turn really tight.
Bam, one, tail drag. And then another one
And
there.
then releasing the
Ram.
fins.
He did 3 of them. 3 tail dragged as the other people are getting set up. We don't want to miss any action there. Camille Juban. Oh no.
Yeah, Camille Juban with the orange sail.
And in the front,
And now Baptiste again with another
Baptiste
wave.
again.
Yeah, this guy
Another tail
moves like a
drag.
ninja. You don't see him. And
So
he's
who's in the
getting-
back?
Who's in the back? Marc Paré.
Marc
on
Paré.
on the way behind.
There you
This-
get. Can we have the image, please, on the right of your...
There we
you
go.
go. Thank you so much. There,
Boom.
that's what we didn't want to miss.
All right, thank you.
Amazing shot of a goiter. Marc Paré in the last part of his wave. I think he did about 3 turns before that and finished
Yeah,
with
perfectly.
a goiter.
Well, Baptiste tried a goiter at the end, but he missed it. He really hit the steep ball. And now we have Camille Juban
Camille Juban in a wave.
going in the steep part. He took that wave really deep in the bay.
This is his 3rd turn, 4th turn. Aggressive.
This is what this guy do, like getting really close to the pocket, and he take the wave really far, more deep in the bay.
So he's going for the long run. He had about 5 turns. And Marcilio Brown.
Marcilio Brown in his first wave,
Opening wave. There
like
you
a
go.
bigger
Look
one
at
than
that.
the others. These are the big
Casually.
set of the boom, and then
Ooh.
an aerial.
Okay.
There, and he finished with a goiter, perfectly done. He do I think a tweak air and then a goiter.
Beautiful. Let's try to get
Let's wait
all
for
of
the
this
scores.
action.
There the guys are positioning themselves to the dead zone, that there is no wind there.
There's no wind, but it's
and-
the best place to wait for a
and
big
you're
set.
playing with the
You're floating around.
Yeah, floating around. You have to be the best guy there to really gain the best waves.
So
Baptiste on the wave.
the scores are coming in slowly. Already
Again,
2 score for Baptiste.
Baptiste in the
At the end, I mean, we didn't really see that aerial that well, but it was definitely big pointer wave.
that wave was an aerial tweak,
Yeah.
and then the perfectly done goiter.
Marc Paré right up there with a 6. Baptiste Cloirec with a 9.37 because he has 2 waves so far. The other guys only have 1 wave.
We're still waiting for Camille Juvan's score. There we go. We're watching Camille on a wave.
Look at that goiter.
The reply of Camille.
Replay of Marc
Marc
Paré. And then we have someone on the wave. Marc Paré again. Live action going on. This is nice. 2nd turn there. We missed 2 turns of that wave, and he's just setting up for a bottom part. I think he's going to go for something. Stay tuned. As Marcilio Brown is just beginning his wave, and Marc Paré try a taka at the end over there, but didn't quite make it. Marcilio Brown going for a 2nd wave.
So hard to get all the action that is happening right now. The guys are really going like a clock, taking every wave. Doesn't matter if it's medium,
Someone in the
small.
wave. Baptiste Cloirec in the
but-
front. In the
but-
back, we have Camille Juban. 2-man wave. As Baptiste go out of 1 wave, Camille Juban just spray water in him. Almost.
Oh yeah, I would love to have more drones action. We're not gonna miss when 3 or 2 guys are going.
Okay, so here we are. Final, men. 20 minutes to go. This is amazing action going on here. We are still waiting for some scores. Here we go. Marc Paré, 2nd wave. That's the one I told you he took a taka at the end, but didn't quite make it. 4.83. Puts him in the lead with a 10.83. We're still missing the score of Marcilio Brown. We have live action going on, guys. Baptiste Cloirec in a wave. Thank you. Very aggressively hitting the lip. Nice wave. As you can see, that wave is... Oh! And he tried another goiter, but just fell short on it. But for sure, the judges are going to be rewarding that. Maybe it's going to be a better than the 360. And have a closer tie with the 2, with Marc Paré on top. This is very, very good action. Marcilio Brown in a wave. Attacking it like he knows. Brazilian style. We are far, far away from our freestyler guy from Brazil. There you go. Wow. Goiter. The beach is going nuts. This was actually very comfortable goiter. This is going to be high score, guys. The drones are flying by. We're trying to get all the images for you guys. Baptiste Cloarec coming back for more action. He's on fire. He's a warrior. Tweaked air. Under the lip hit. Very powerful. Another one, tweak air. This is going to be a great rewarded. And he's not even finished. He keeps going there in the bottom. And that will be it. Last turn on white water. Nice. All of these guys have potential to finish first today. This is going to be a very, very, very tight competition. Marcilio Brown had a 5.30 on that last wave. He had a goiter, but his hits were not that radical like that first wave. But he's still leading. 17 minutes, 40 seconds left. Okay, someone preparing in the wave. I think this is Marc Paris. Allez, Marc. So much you have to show here. Here we go. Under the lip. Nice. Radical. Nice air. Lots of distance. S-turn. We have Camille Juban in the back. Just kicking out. Let's keep on Marc Paris, the front one. As Marcilio Brown setting up in the back. Other air for him. This is going to be a high score wave. Let's see how is he finishing it. Of course, with a goiter and landing it. I think this is going to be one of the highest score in that heat so far. Marcilio Brown. Just being Marcilio Brown. Let's watch him. There we go. You guys didn't see that actually maybe on your screen. You saw it, but I saw how high that tweaked air was, and it was actually pretty damn high. As we see Camille Juban. These guys are on fire. Look at that. Just one turn, tweaked air. But would that be enough? I'm not sure. Okay, we still have to see the last score coming in for Marcilio Brown. Guys are doing wonderful now. We're missing a lot less action. Thank you so much. Marc Paris coming back in. I want to see that last score. I told you guys, 8.68. That's it. This is real Marc Paris Rico for you. He has been spending a lot of time here. He loved that spot. That's one of his favorite spots in the world. I heard him say it. And there it is for you.
Amazing aerial.
Oh my God, he did more than one. And finished with a goiter.
With that section.
That section was like critical. He just hit the pocket every time.
And you know, we have a proper crowd, I mean, here at the beach.
Yeah.
Everybody clapping the action.
Yeah, crowd is going nuts. I mean, come on. These guys are just showing what it's done best in wave riding right now in the world.
What are first small waves to these ones?
There is this crazy Baptiste Cloarec. I told you it was crazy. Like,
yeah, that's the wave that came more from the north. That is, we're already seeing the north swell that is coming.
Yeah, yeah.
It's showing that is this big closeout.
But he's just going for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's
he's
gonna
injured.
put us the action. She's gonna show us the show.
Yeah, of course.
She's doing all the time the show.
And we thank him for that because he's hurting right now.
There we
as Camille Juban also trying to put out a show as best as he can. He was limping out of the water, but on water he sure knows what to do. Do we gonna have an aerial there at the end? Whoa.
He's not ended yet.
Nope. And there it is. He knows he needed that one, but landed short.
Landed on the back. You have to really hit it under the lip to really land the goiters with this wind, you know. And the spot really changes a lot when it's more lighter, the wind. But now we have this strong wind. It's like you must do everything with the heat of the lip.
Of course, as we see the replay, you can see it was just cruising through that wave. It was a big, fat, juicy wave. And then he tried to find like a little section there for his jump, but I think he was missing speed. He was missing a bit of speed there. Guys are setting up. There's someone there almost ready. Moves in that wave. It's going to be difficult to see what happened here.
Yeah, I see some set coming on the back.
Yep, they are coming.
There are
Marsilio.
many fake ones that show up like big, but then doesn't do not much. And here we have Baptiste really deep in the point, going for the vertical section. He missed the fins, and he continued. All right, dude.
He took his magic potion before the competition, like Asterix.
Beautiful shot.
Bam! Is he making it?
And he's making it.
He's making
Bravo.
it. Making a statement. He must be so happy and so stoked right now. It's difficult to be up there with these guys. Marc Paré, Rico, Marsilio Brown, huge names.
Baptiste already has 6
Marsilio
scores.
Brown in the wave. Kicking out. He wants something better. He knows he needs a wave with a few aerials in it if he wants to get up there. He needs to be better with that 6 he did. And in that 6, there was a goiter at the end.
Yes.
But it was still just a 6. So I think the judge here wants multiple aerial and 1 wave. And this is what he's waiting for.
Yeah, and the action of Mark in that wave was bigger, and he really.
I think this is the highest score in that competition.
Yeah,
so far.
8.83. Yeah,
I think it is.
There we have the reply.
The replay
Replay.
of Baptiste Quarek
All right.
making it out of the foam. Marsilio Brown waiting at the top of the wave. That first section.
And the guy has a different way to ride the spot too. Mark is playing for wave selection, because he know, and he select maybe a good one, but now he missed the win, I think.
Yep.
Or maybe he dropped that one because he thought it was with that double line. So he really missed like the whole way out, and for the wave selection,
Some
have Mark
crazy
there
aerial.
on the top too.
And
Nice
tweaked
one.
air, going for more. We have Marc Paré there in the back, absolutely insane with his moves. He did like a glider, like kind of hit, drag tail, and he's setting up for something. He's not sure if he's going to do it or not. I think he's going for it.
Yeah, he do a goiter.
He did a goiter and kicking out. Okay.
Yeah, it's good to keep on moving and not to stay there waiting for the set. I think always that you do that, or we see them doing that, then they miss the wave. The set pass through them because they don't have plenty of wind. So you have to keep moving, and to get close to the hot spot of the spot where the waves break.
Yeah.
Need to break. And
So as the guys are setting up, Baptiste Quarek going with 9 waves.
9 waves.
While Marc Paré took 4 waves. Same thing with Marsilio Brown and Camille Juban. So Baptiste is just going like a little mosquito out there, going all over the place. Not sure what tactic. I mean, different tactics for people.
Yes, he's getting whatever comes, and trying to.
I think this is okay.
It's really hard.
In that one.
Now we have Camille Juban. Maybe everything changed now, or maybe let's see what this wave proposed to him.
Here we go, freestyling there with white water.
It's kind of fat
Again.
that section.
It's kind of fat, but it may form. I think he's gonna just go for it and get a few turns. Big fat juicy wave again.
7 minutes 20 seconds left of this final
Under.
Chile World Cup final here in Tobogalma.
Speeding up. Is he gonna do some surprise move there? You know he needs it.
Oh.
I think
Come
he's,
on.
well, I want to say it, but I think his foot, like, it's not helping right now.
Yeah, maybe in in Matanzas it was easy to sail with everything is less effort, you know, to move the board, to move rail to rail. But here, to do rail to rail, you really have to push the
Yeah,
strap.
I think 3 days in a row, giving it all with a broken toe also, like, just has a toll on you. Baptiste coming for more. Wave number 10 for him, and that eat. Going for it all. Goiter.
Whoop.
Oh, risking it all. I just love seeing that.
Yeah, these two guys, Camille and Baptiste, they are, I know it's my opinion, but I see them more radical in, like in slappy waves, you know, slappy
Yeah.
waves.
Yeah, they're just throwing everything out there, but if you want to make the top two, you need to throw controlled, multiple aerial waves.
Yeah.
Not just throw everything. I mean, you have under 6 waves, you know, like it's okay, it's good, but you need to show control. You need to breathe, analyze really well every move.
And to push the rail here in Tobogalma, the rail game is hard. It's hard to push them. And that's why
Okay,
I think
Brausinho.
Brausinho and Mark look better, you know.
This is going to be a nice looking wave, Felipe.
Yeah, look at the surfing section.
Oh,
On
I
the
think
left.
it's coming. Let's just watch this quietly. Master, 3 times in a row, world champion, 4 times in total. He just knows this game. It's a bit fat, that wave, but it will lift up
Let's
at
wait
the
for
end.
the sandy part, what the wave do. Yeah, he have this section, really nice.
I just love seeing him.
So sink now.
S-turn, really defined, and he's going to go for more aerial. And he kicks out.
just
That was a
kick out.
beautiful riding. Is it going to be more than a 6? We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
Still 4 minutes and a half
so
left.
tight.
Marc Paré
They're at the
dominating that
the
heat.
point. He took the wave. That wave looked really promising, like with a nice shoulder.
This
Good
is
section.
Baptiste.
That's Baptiste. All right.
Marcelo
Finish that
Brown going first with that last wave. 7.97.
Whoa,
Whoa. That was a big
Whoa.
score.
that was a big score. Not bigger than the other wave of
No. But look at that. Marc Paré
Marc Paré.
has a 8.8. His second wave is a 6.0. He can do better than that. And he still has 3 minutes and a half, a bit more than 3 minutes and a half to do it. This is not over.
Now we're gonna see what Topocalma give to them, you know,
Yeah,
and that is
Baptiste,
gonna decide this battle between these two guys.
did you see that
or
bottom
maybe-
turn? That was really beautiful. Really
Yeah.
low. Rail surfing there, rail to rail. Just using his board.
That board is completely different from the one he used in Matanzas.
Yeah, it's just more
Well
nervous,
done.
right?
Yeah,
It's amazing. It's a surfing board. It's so
I don't know.
so
the-
nervous.
I don't know the dimensions, but I think
Oof.
it's wider.
I think maybe, but
And there's Baptiste.
definitely work with him. I don't see Marc Paré. I wish I would see him right now.
He's on the back. We don't see him in this image because it's kind of at the right of the frame, but he's on the back.
Perfect.
I see him from here.
And he has time to come back.
Yes. Well, we have 2 minutes and a half.
2.5 minutes
And we
left.
have here in the bay Baptiste and Marcilio, and there on the back, there it is Camille and Marc.
Marcilio Brown there. Setting up for more. We want to see Marc Paré do another one of those waves. We know he can. He can sure do better than a 6.0.
That wave went alone.
That wave was good with no rider on it.
Look at the point of Topocalma. It's so perfect this year. This place has given us so many memorable times.
You are really seeing Marc Paré there? Is it him coming
Really.
back right now?
In that wave,
And this is
I don't know,
Baptiste again.
That
This is Baptiste
is
again.
Baptiste, and on the back here is
In the back, it's not a rider.
Marc.
This is Marc.
Marc.
He changed his sail.
Yes.
He changed
That's why
his
he
sail.
missed him a little.
A good 7.5, seven to get up there. Is that gonna be enough? Not sure.
On the back is Baptiste again, doing everything in these last seconds.
So he needs a 6.30 only to get the
Marc.
lead. Marc Paré.
Oof.
Is this gonna be higher than a 6.31?
So hard for the judges.
20 seconds left.
And there is Marsilio,
Marsilio going for more.
not giving it.
Can he do better
for
than a
granted that
7.17? Take it over, Felipe.
Let's
look at that. Setting up.
I think they're gonna keep the score hidden for everyone.
I don't think they're going to put the score right away until it's absolutely over. The buzzer is out. This is his last move on the buzzer.
He didn't make
Didn't
it that
make
way.
it. So, okay.
That's it for the final here in Topocalma.
It's not over
I
yet.
have a heart attack.
The
Right.
points are calibrating, and that last wave of Marc Paré was a 5.30.
Not enough.
I do not think this is going to change, but let's wait and see until the live stream says it's complete. I'm out of breath. I don't want to breathe. Okay, this is hurt. Full. Marsilio Brown now. Okay, so our master are getting ready. This is what we're gonna have. We're going back with eats of 17 minutes with 3 minutes break, but we are still waiting for the final result of the Pro Men bracket finale.
There we
Chile
have
World Cup.
Camille. I think he know.
Yeah, I think he knows. He's
know.
limping his way back to the beach. I think that was hard for him. I think he's hurt.
There we see Marc, that he don't know.
Marc
where
doesn't
he's-
know. Marsilio doesn't know. Complete. This is it. Our champion for the 5-star
Bravo.
Chile, Surazo Infernal, Marsilio Brown. Second
Incredible.
position, Marc Paré. Third position, Baptiste Cloirec. That was a hell of a competition, Felipe.
Incredible.
It was a lot of moves thrown in that one.
Amazing. Really, really the hardest heat to watch, like so intense and with the long timing, so many waves. Yeah, we have Marsilio, like the pure champion of Topocalma in this Chile World Cup. You know, he really did really great.
My
More
heart
than
is a
great.
little big for Marc Paré because he put so much work into it. But this is how the game is. Did he lose sometimes going to change his cell? He didn't need much. He just needed a 6.30. But this is something he's going to need to analyze as a rider. And
Well, because the top score of Marsilio was in between that moment.
Exactly. That's why we didn't see him for a while. But this is it for the pro man there. Topocalma is a wild place, and you sure showed Topocalma that you can be wilder than them.
Here we're looking for the replay of Baptiste. He put so much effort in every rail, but Topocalma decide for Marcelo Brown as a champion.
Well, this is it. It's hard to get that. We need a little break before we go through the master.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito de Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
And we're back in beautiful and Louis Duck. That's actually not his family name. It's Iribara, but he's the doctor of the competition, so they all call him Louis Duck. These three last one are all from Matanzas. Matanzas riders, Topo Powder. We should see some very, very good windsurfing there. People are still trying to cope with all the emotions of the winners. Lots of things going on around here. The pro are slowly cleaning their gears. I think they are going to celebrate them, not right away. They will celebrate them tonight in the Surazo Infernal. In the Surazo Hotel, sorry, because here it's a bit difficult with all the wind and the extreme condition. The sun is very powerful, so we are seeing on the wave right now in the back, Cristobal Segers doing some very cool move, but I don't think the competition is on yet. the master category last year. So he has a lot under him, a lot of experience, and I think this is going to be someone that you want to watch. We have round 1, 6 heat, sorry. We have 24 men heat. This is the non-elimination round, and then we will go to round 2 that I think it's going to be redemption round, and then we're going to go straight. The two guys that passed in that heat will go to straight to quarterfinals, and the 2 others will go to redemption round. Here we go. This is Jaime Madariaga, if I'm not mistaken. This guy keeps changing their gear. You know, they're not people with, not all of them have sponsors, so they never sell with the same gear. So it makes it a bit difficult. Arnaud Frenet is with Nash team, though. This I know. Cristobal Seger will have a S2 Maui. His typical cell. When are they on? At what time?
They start at 5:40, so they're all warming up right now. We gave ourselves a bit of a 13-minute heat break just to settle everyone down after the final of the men's.
Perfect.
And now we're getting ready. About a minute and a half to go before this heat starts.
Thank you for your information.
I'm just looking back at that heat. I'm seeing all the messages that are coming through from all over the world.
Oh, this is nice.
People are saying things like, "Whoa, Bra won that by the skin of his teeth."
Yeah, I know. It was not that easy.
It looked crazy. I mean, there was so much energy going on out there. Those guys were full tilt.
Fully on. Turn on.
It was electrifying.
Oh,
really.
yeah. There was no off button during that heat. I'm telling you. They were just throwing everything they could.
We had a crazy time getting here to try and set up the live stream at Topacama. This is a seriously difficult place to do it all.
Tell me about it. I had my son competing in not in the pro junior, in the junior boy bracket, so I had to deal with him and all his friends getting their gear ready. All the moms were calling me. I said, guys, I have to broadcast too, you know, like we were just going a bit nuts, but it was worth it to make the trip here. That is from Puerto Rico and Francisco from Argentina. But the top 3, Loic Arfagar.
Hey, guess who that is?
I think it's my son.
He's your son!
And 15 years old. Then we had Joaquin Prat and Ismael Labe. These 3 are in the same class, you know that?
Amazing.
They're going to school together. Whenever they go windsurfing, they go windsurfing. People are having fun here. And in the women, the girls, the junior girls, we had 3 contestants, Sol de Greek, Sarah Kenyon, and Nani Steuven. We may run some more finals with them if we have time.
Later in the week we will. We're planning to do 2 more finals so that all the junior girls, junior boys and pro junior girls get 3 finals apiece, and that should give them plenty of time in the water, because the goal is to help them get excited about the 5-star being part of it and to help them have time to practice.
So that heat is on.
He's on.
Yeah.
That was Arnaud.
That was Arnaud Frenet.
Opening up his account.
Of course, making a statement. That guy surfs Pichilemu. He's used to huge waves. And we have Cristobal Seger on a wave. But whose wave is this? Is it Cristobal's wave?
Yeah, he's
I think
off.
it is. Yeah. And so there we go. Cristobal Seger.
Look at these lines. I mean, they're not massive waves, but they are beautiful lines.
He's often one of the first one to be on a wave here in the morning in Topocalma. Following in the back with Luis Rivara.
Hey, Doc, go, go, go.
This guy has a house in Matanzas. Doesn't live here permanently, but whenever he can.
I think he's picked up the better wave here. This is a longer line. It's interesting to see. Okay, well, he's ended like that. But some of the waves that start right up high don't necessarily have that line that takes you all the way, do they?
Yeah, exactly. It depends. You have to pick the right swell. As you can see, there's like some weird swell coming in, so you just have to make sure you choose the right one.
Which swell directions work best here at Topacama?
I think it's the south swell, but I wouldn't.
Well, here's a peak. This is going to be interesting. There's going to be a test of who gets on this wave first.
I think it's going to be proposed first. It's going to be
Arnaud
Frenet.
I believe he has it.
Yes, he did. This is gonna be. Oh, but this is just Baptiste going for more. This guy is actually not in the competition. The guy with the blue cell is in the competition. Arnaud Frenet. Baptiste Cloarec is just showing off, showing that he could have been like, what is he doing? He's going back for more. This is lack of respect, Baptiste Cloarec. I'm going to teach you something when you go out of the water. This is not...
You go into full mum mode.
This is not cool.
Well, Arno had a good ride there, and it's his
Good
second
ride.
good ride. So he's had 2 set waves really in the opening few minutes of this heat, which will make him feel very happy. His first ride there was a big score, so that's kind of exciting. This next one won't be probably quite as big, but nonetheless, he's setting himself up very, very nicely. Louise Doc with the second best, Christabel, and then Jamie. So it's everyone's off to a start. They've got something, and this is seeing how he goes. Now, all of these guys are really good, including Christabel. He's particularly good. He would be the danger guy here, wouldn't he?
He is a danger guy. I think the only thing that he could improve is his aerials, but he loves surfing as much as windsurfing. So what he's actually enjoying the most is the surfing part out of the wave, always.
Here comes a big set, and we've got 3 people lining up, 2 people perhaps only lining up, but who's going to get propelled first? This will be the test.
I think that Goya is not part of that game. I think it's someone else.
It's Christabel then on his S2.
Cristobal S2. Just watch this guy grooving.
Okay, he's just got a nice sort of soft section here to warm up with, and it should steepen and speed up as it gets into the racetrack section of the inside.
Yeah, that wave is fat at the beginning, and then it just go wall on you in 1 second.
Here it comes. He's ready. He knows it. He hasn't quite got something to work with there, really.
Not yet. I think maybe more down the line. There you go. It's sort of separated into that wave. Did you see that? And so that's the swell I'm telling you. Like sometimes it just goes a bit off.
Yep.
Oh, so this is part of the
This is
competition. Jaime just... No, this is not part of the competition. This is someone after that. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. We're just having a look here at the next heat riders to see if it's someone who might be in the next heat, but we're not sure.
We're not sure because I did see Jaime with a Goya blue cell right before that. So did he went out and changed his cell?
Maybe.
That could be it. So I think we may have that yellow Goya in that heat.
We'll see if we get a score pop up. That'll explain it. There it is.
There it is. So that yellow Goya is in the race. He did change his cell. He's just playing with us. So someone's in the wave. Arnaud, again, there you go, on your bottom of your screen, on the left. Just patiently waiting for that wall to build.
Oh, look at that.
Radical riding there. Nice. See how smooth it is? That's what they want. That's what they like. Tweet air, not quietly.
And right behind him on the next wave looks like Red Sail. Who's that one?
Red cell is Luis.
Luis. Okay.
Iribara.
Beautiful wave he's got here. Look at that. Beautiful footage. Great drone capture.
Nice.
Closed out on them, but we got a nice view, so that was nice. Thanks very much, Doc.
That was amazing. And S2 Maui in the back, yellow cell, just
there
going
he goes.
at it.
Off they go.
In the
down
lower
the line,
section.
hitting hard at the lip.
There you go. That was very radical hit.
He's also closed out here. Didn't make that next section, but that was one good hit.
Yeah. That part of the wave is a bit like a bit of a more radical wall, and it just sometimes it just closes on you.
It's super easy to find yourself behind the section, isn't it? Here.
Yes, it is. So after this, what is the excitement on the tour? I think there's a very cool competition coming up.
There he is.
Oh, Kipa.
Oh, hit.
Shining through the lip.
Now we'll see what sort of score he gets for a one hit. The judges are fairly harsh, and they don't give away points easily, which is a good thing because it means that when people do something special, then they really stand out. What's on tour for next? Like, while we've got a little break, we're moving off to Hawaii next for the 4-star event there between April 14 and 18. And that's going to be pretty excellent because it's the first time we've had a spring event in Hawaii for a very long time.
Yeah.
Different ways of calculating that. There are some low-cost, small local events that have happened there, but since we've had a really big one, a World Cup one, it's been a long time.
This is very exciting, and I think I wish very good luck to all the organization team right there, because I think a lot of big names are going to show up, and just to enjoy it, like just to be there and feel the vibe.
I think it's going to be great to have a 4-star event that's not a 5-star final, because the pressure will be less.
Of course.
People can enjoy it more. It's less about world titles. We're watching the screen here. We're watching all these guys sort of
Ooh.
jockeying for position. Cristobal's got himself into a position now where he's going to get a wave that Arno probably wanted, but has fallen in because he's lost his wind.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have priority. Look at
And
that.
What can Cristobal do with this? Is it worth him?
He's waiting. He's waiting. It's gonna build.
Here we go. Oh.
He didn't tack for nothing, but he just had a wrong timing.
Okay.
There's
Nice.
a nice set coming there.
Arno's passing on the first one. He wants more.
Yeah.
Yellow sail's picking it up. If that's Jaime.
Yeah, I think that's Jaime.
Yep.
He's finally in a very good position, a bit more at the beginning. Well, this is kind of the middle section of the wave. But here there's no section. It's just this big, fat, juicy wave and with a wall at the end. But he didn't take it right at the point. He's a bit more in the middle of that section.
He's choosing to go for the higher scoring section, and Arno
In
behind
the back,
him.
Arno Frenet.
Look at that. That's kind of special there. Arno's got himself one of the good ones. He's picked it. He's a very experienced rider, Masters world champion. And, he's not the reigning world champion. That honour goes to Mike Friedel. Shout out to Mike. But the first Masters world champion was Arno Frenet in 2023.
Yeah, that world ranking now is going to be shifting around a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah. There are so
Ah.
many more Masters now starting to think,
I
yeah,
mean,
sniff, sniff.
Yeah.
I'd like a piece of that.
Of course, because, Bernd Rudiger got out in the semifinals there. That was very sad to see. I think he just needs to get his aerial goiter port tack training done. I would happily have him in my house for 2 months if he wants to come and stay with us.
Oh, let him know. There you go.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to Bant. I think
come
that's an open
on.
invitation. There you go.
I think he has lots of houses he can come to.
I think that's true.
But I think that would have helped him having a bit more aerial knowledge on a port tack.
Well, he's yet to sort of spend a lot of time in a Port-Tac area. He's been to now quite a lot of Port-Tac events. He's been to Peru a number of times. Oh, Homie's just hustled himself a wave there.
Yeah, he did, and that was sure his priority. Let's see what he can do with that one.
And out the back, Cristobal, and on the inside, just Arno tacking away. But Cristobal out the back, and we've got a beautiful view of 2 waves here. Sorry. Look at this. Look at the lines of perfection. Just so gorgeous to be able to sail this place. I mean, magnificent coastline of Chile, magnificent wave and sandbanks of Topacama with these lines that just go and go and go. Topacama's turned on for us a little bit today. It's just giving us a taste of what it can do. When it gets really pumping and big, it does this, but bigger. Look at Cristobal. Oh, I just bogged in there.
Yeah, I just had his timing a bit wrong. He must not be happy about that one, but he's doing well. So after this, 2 of these guys are going straight to quarterfinals.
2 of these guys will advance to the round 3 quarterfinals. That's great, and the other 2 will go into the redemption round.
Perfect.
And we will see how they fare as
Yeah.
they move into that area. But getting into the quarterfinals here means you're moving from the first round of 24 seeding round into the round of 16. So
Okay.
the top 2 are confirmed in the round of 16. The bottom 2 get one more shot to try and make it in.
Okay.
Arno here about to pick up a pretty reasonable wave. Looks like a good long line.
Yeah, it's kind of a faster wave than the other one.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't he read this place well? He really does.
And I think we're going into low tide soon. So we are going to see like more radical wall on that wave.
I believe low tide's at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock,
And
yeah.
I was told that the low tide effect wouldn't start happening until about 2 hours before, which is right at the end of this heat, more or less
Exactly.
now.
So I'm starting to see it.
Yep. Caro, you being a local around here for a long time, you've sailed all these waves plenty of times.
But Topocalma not that much. I think I need to come more here. I think because I'm a mom of 2 boys and I have my work to do there. I have a gym. I train people. My day gets pretty full, and sometimes being a woman, your priority are different. I wish sometimes I can do like my husband and just go chow everything and go sailing. It's sometimes my mind gets split in 2, and I need to learn how to to let that go a little bit and take care of myself a bit more.
Well, you're pretty
So-
good at taking care of yourself. Your health is excellent. And
Yeah.
fitness is excellent. And those boys of yours, for line
Cutting
here.
through their wave.
Now, can he make the section here? Yes, he can. All right. Now, this is going to be a scoring wave.
Oh, again. What's happening there? Maybe his fins are wrong position?
I don't know. Maybe he's
Or
just-
maybe they're not too long enough. I don't know. He's just got this weird spin out at the end of it.
Yeah, it's not his first. He's had other little sort of incidents at the top of the wave, hasn't
Yeah.
he? 2 others.
I think he needs to go fin shopping.
Maybe he just needs to relax, enjoy himself out there. Sometimes we get out there and it's you're pumping too hard, you're pushing too hard, or something.
Yeah.
You can just sort of try the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Exactly. But he did 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
That's happening. I know. But yeah, I wish I would windsurf a bit more there. I'm soon coming at the end of a rehab thing for my knee. So by the month of May, I should be able to go back on the water.
Well,
Can't
that's-
wait.
That's what we want to hear.
And you know, it's been so long since I've been on the water. My son, that's been learning how to do a water start about a year and a half ago, he said, "Mom, I don't even remember how you ride." I'm like, this is sad.
Now, Cristobal has moved up into second place.
Nice on you.
So his waves haven't been that bad. I mean, he's had 2 crashes at the top, but he's still getting the points on the board. Very difficult to beat Arnaud Frenet at any time, in any heat, at any place.
Yeah, he's very, he's like a viejo lobo, we call him here. It's like a seal.
Cristobal with a beautiful drone angle here. Look at that. That's just absolutely gorgeous.
Come
What
on.
a beautiful angle.
There you go. Got your timing back.
That's going to be a much better score, and he's done it again.
Yep.
He'll be frustrated with himself. He's a
I-
super chill guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he just did that to not get stuck on the
yeah.
inside.
Yeah, makes sense.
He just wanted to go back out right away, but this is a nice rail surfing there.
Look at this little pop aerial. Super nice.
Super nice.
Beautiful. Thanks for the replay, guys. Nicely done.
Yeah, and that close shot drone at the beginning when he was pumping in the water, just love that.
Yeah. The drone just gives you such a spectacular view of any place, but in this place as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an amazing view.
Maybe Paul Van Bellen can come next year and get like into the lip.
Okay, shout out to Paul. How you going, mate? I know you're watching.
So Doug here just trying to make his way, didn't feel in sync with the wave. But he has more time. Oh, no, 1 minute left. I'm not sure. Let's see what happened that last minute. We have Cristobal Seger on the wave in the front. We have Jaime Mariaga in the back.
Now, Jaime's got a mountain to climb here. He's got to go from 4th to 2nd, which is
This is a nice riding wave for him. There was just 2 turns. I don't think it's going to be enough to get him up there, but we never know.
according to our thing here, Jaime's in 4th and he needs a 6.6 to advance. Well, actually,
And
no.
first, he needs a bit less than that.
Yeah, less than that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
like a middle 3, and
Yep.
and it would get into 3rd
Yeah.
position. But 3rd position wouldn't be enough for him to go straight to quarterfinals.
He's going to need a 5.5 or a 6.
Yeah, I don't think that was
Yeah.
a 5.5. But it was great riding.
Look, Arno again on the good wave with the good wall, at the right pace. He just picks the wave so well. He gives
Yeah.
himself every possible opportunity.
Yeah, and he just kicked out of it because it had that double wave action done at that lower part.
Now, Arno is one of the pioneers of this area as windsurfers go. He wasn't the first person to come here, but he was one of the first. Here we go.
So
Look
that
at
wave is
beautiful-
counting. That was on the buzzer. He was on that wave.
Right into the barrel.
So he may...
That's
No.
interesting.
I think it's going to just keep him in
Ooh.
3rd position. But let's see what the judge thinks about that. As we're finishing there, our heat number 1. We are back to 17 minutes heat with 3 minutes break to be able to get as much as we can done today. The sundown will be around 7:30 today, and the heat is
Look at
complete.
this shot. Look at you just going straight into that stunning angle, and he goes for this extra one right into the pocket.
Duck will be very happy with that shot.
Well, he'll love the footage.
So we have Arnaud Frenet and Cristobal Segers passing through to quarterfinals.
Congratulations, guys.
Luis Duck and Jaime Madariaga will go to the redemption round. This is a non-elimination round. The next one will be. Next up, we have heat number 2 with Peter Kenyon, the father of Sarah Kenyon, Felipe Wedelis, who was just with me commenting on the pro finals, Juan Ignacio Mauricio, and Mikel Vishkovic. I'm not sure I know these last two.
I know Mikel, and I'm pretty sure we can pick one.
Let's go to a commercial break and then we'll be back.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
So we are back as we're talking with the Fishbowl Diary, guys. Watch out for the pictures coming. Yeah, apparently they have some very nice shot of those finals.
Yeah, that was exciting to hear. All right, who have we got on this wave?
It's a duotone,
Yes.
but I'm not sure who it is. This is not Peter Kenyon. This is not Felipe
It must be
Wedelis.
Juan Ignacio.
Maybe it's Juan Ignacio Mauricio.
Must be, I think.
So let's comment on the surfing and then we'll figure it out who is it after.
Or is
Who
it-
is it after?
Is he coming in?
Yeah, I think this was
Yeah,
not
okay.
someone,
Okay, well maybe.
or maybe it was.
Maybe he's heading back out. Unless it was Michael. It's hard to tell. Normally I can tell Michael if I get a look at his sailing.
That was Michael
There we go, yep.
with a 3.00. Where's Michael from? Do you know?
Let's have a look him up. I'm going to look him up on Live Heats. And
Very
we'll,
good.
We'll give you the information that shows up there.
So we have someone coming in on a nil pride.
Okay, this is... I think that's more like Michael.
I think it is.
Yep.
I think you're right. This is Michael, the one we saw on the wave before. It was Juan Ignacio
Yeah.
Mauricio. Michael is with, looks like a nil pride.
Yeah, so he's just heading back out there to reposition himself. So we've had Michael's got a 3.0 and Juan of that first wave got a 4. That's a nice opening round. Peter in the green sail here in front of us, the Severn, is going to pick up a wave here maybe, or is he going to wait?
Oh, he's going for it, I think.
I think so. So Peter's part of the Australian contingent.
Ah, he's kicking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very used to port tack. He sails the same spot than Jane Siemens. So, I mean, if he concentrate, I'm sure we can see some great sailing there. I'm sure his daughter, she's screaming on the beach. Go, Dad!
Yeah, young Sarah will be there brooding for him. Now, that the Australian contingent has picked up... Sarah Kenyon has picked up some good results in the junior girls.
I think she's doing so well.
She certainly is. She's a bit of a ferocious competitor generally, and I'm really impressed with her. She's got a long way to grow and build her skills, but she's looking very promising for a long-term thing.
I think she is.
And young Jake Garetti has obviously done very well. He came third in the Pro Junior Boys, which is very impressive.
He did some very cool moves there, very risky under the lip hit, and I think because he just doesn't have any experience in Topo Calma, he was a bit like not totally comfortable with that wave.
Now here comes Peter.
Peter
First
Kenyon.
turn, Nice slash, not off the critical section. He's got a cross wave coming up to muck him up a little bit. Another slash, not off the critical section. He's staying in the fats there. He's getting out of it. Just didn't give him what he wanted. So good call. It's interesting watching those cross waves that are coming through there at very odd angles. They must be refractions bouncing off that rock. Is there a north swell in there in the mix?
I think there is.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now this must be Juan. He's got a lovely wave. Look at that angle. Beautiful.
I
Just
think this is
exquisite.
Felipe Wedeles.
Ah, of course it is. Sorry, you're right.
There you go.
Yes.
The
Mr.
sheriff.
Surazo himself, the sheriff.
Yeah,
exactly.
the sheriff. There we go.
Whoa, that's
I
the
can
way.
recognize that hit.
Fantastic angle to be able to look down the line and see all the other competitors picking
I
up their
think-
waves. This is exciting.
I think that was it. That was nice riding for Felipe.
Michael pulling out there.
Another one that can eat windsurf every day. He's actually also a good snowboarder and a good mountain bike guy. He's basically always out there doing sport. So that duotone, we're just talking to each other. If we could have guys from the broadcasting the detail of each wave, that would be amazing. So people at home can watch that too.
Command S, I believe, is the control to toggle that on.
Command S.
Here we go, Peter. There we go. Nice turn into a good section. It's a small wave, but he's picking the right area. He's trying to do a little one of his floater ideas off the top there.
And
Felipe.
maybe it's a bit more risky. Felipe in the back.
Oh. Is this going to give him one section or more than one section? He's close to the inside here. He's got one big hack. He's going to get one more, he's hoping. Is it going to... No. It's funny, the way this wave comes in at this final part, it bends almost back on itself with the way the sandbank is formed at the end here, so it stops you getting that run all the way through. It sort of has a closeout if it's big enough from the right direction, or it has a sort of bend off and false shoulder like that one just did.
So Peter Kenyon, 7.13 with 2 waves in the pocket.
Well,
Felipe Wedeles just took the lead, also with 2 waves in the pocket. Similar scores, 4.33, 3.33 for Felipe Wedeles. Peter Kenyon with a 3.03 and a 4.10.
nice from Felipe. This is his second wave, I think. Or his
This
first.
is his second
Yeah,
wave.
yeah.
This is the wave he just did right now.
Yeah. And here's Peter. Now, Peter's on a small, or similar size wave, but somehow it feels a bit smaller. But great hack. Really nice. Look at here he goes. Peter's going to be determined to give this a big whack. Look at that.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
good. Proper lip hit. All right. That's the first under one we've seen. Good job, Peter. He'll probably get scored pretty well for that. The judges are seeing that critical stuff as, their high priority. That's what they're looking
Yes,
for.
he did say, and he did say that it doesn't matter if it's a small wave or a big wave. They will get good score if they take risk, and that those 2 hits after that one, the ones that are coming, were risky.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is really cool. And there's Felipe up close. You can see him just changing his mind and going out. Nothing he wants there. And Felipe is is hardcore.
Hardcore.
So hardcore.
He is. That's why we call him the sheriff.
Here comes Michael. Michael from Denmark. You would assume, incorrectly, that he's not good at down-the-line sailing. But Denmark actually has some pretty great down-the-line sailing. Look at him go. He's really comfortable in that angle, actually. Now, a lot of these
Okay.
guys travel and sail in all sorts of different places. So, Michael's clearly a very experienced guy. Peter has sailed almost exclusively in Western Australia. So port tack, down-the-line stuff like this. So you take him somewhere else and he gets worried that he's a bit of fish out of water. But when you give him, any of those guys from Western Australia, you give them that down-the-line stuff, woof.
So Peter Kenyon passing first with that second wave he had. He had a middle 5 for that one. There you go.
Well, Peter is under pressure from the Australian team who are otherwise all on a podium of some sort.
It's true, Jane. And then Jake got like
Third.
3rd.
Yeah, Pro Junior Boys.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Sarah Kenyon, 2nd position, Pro Junior Girls so far.
Yeah.
No. In sorry, not in the pro
junior girls.
Junior
girls, yeah.
Junior girls. Sorry.
And here comes Felipe. Sheriff's in town.
This is a very nice looking wave.
Sheriff looks ready to take names. Here he goes. Building up. Great hack.
Whoa.
Great angle from the drone. Into this suck section. Big aerial. Comes down on the white water. That's impressive. That's
was
probably the highest scoring, right?
Very good.
Look at this. Oh, Juan's got a beautiful little wave.
Nice on you, Juan Ignacio.
Well, I can't wait to see what Felipe gets for that one.
I know.
And Michael getting one too there. Felipe laid it down and Peter responded. That's impressive. These two guys are just getting better and better.
Nah, but he's way down there now, so this is gonna take me a minute. Well, he still under 7 minutes left, but he's way out there.
He's a long way down.
Yeah,
That's going to be a long
but they
drive
all
back.
are.
Yeah, exactly. And so he and Felipe are obviously aware that they're likely the two front runners, and they're going wave for wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, can we get the Command S to expand the bracket so that we get the heat scores, wave scores? Here we go. Look at this beautiful. That's a big wave. Felipe.
Look at that, just propulsed
Killing
by
it.
the lip. This is the best feeling in the world. It must be.
Oh, that is a great feeling. Look at this one. Michael's going for it too.
This is a replay.
Pulling out just before that lip got too heavy, which probably means he won't get the big score. And look at Peter's really going for it here. He knows that. He knows he's got it all on the line. Big under the lip floater. Bold.
I don't think himself knew how this was going to end. Felipe with the list there. That last wave with a 6.73.
Good job, Felipe. Good
Down
job.
going nuts for sure.
So what we're just going to keep talking about here, this beautiful condition here. Look at this. Special.
Okay, so I've been informed that after that we have 2 more heats, and that will be it for today for the master. 5 minutes left. Heat 2. Felipe Wedelis leading that with 11.06. Peter Kenyon following with a 9.40.
Okay, Juan is looking for a wave out here. He's got 4.5 minutes to go. Everyone's got plenty of time. The other guys are coming up from low down hings. Juan's got the upper end of the break all to himself. He can pick and choose whatever he wants.
There's someone riding right down there.
Oh, that's Michael.
This is Michael.
Michael's way down the bottom.
On the bottom part of that wave. He did a few nice turns in there. I'm not sure they were really radical, but he did got a nice looking end of the nice looking end part of the wave.
So interestingly, on the detailed scores there, we can see that Felipe's wave was a 6.73, which is really nice. And Peter, if that's the wave that we saw, it's 4.9, was significantly lower than the 6.73. And I think that's because Felipe looked just more in control in the air.
It was in control.
Yeah.
I think Peter, like I said, I think himself didn't know how it was going to end, but it was very well handled, but just a bit out of control.
Yeah, whereas Felipe was just perfect control.
But now he's going back for another one.
Here he goes. Peter, first turn, big
there
slash.
You go.
Lovely timing onto that spot of that lip. Very
Some
nice.
Aussie splash for you. Big fat wave. It's actually just a small size, but it is.
Look at this.
Beautiful.
But he's not going to overtake Felipe unless he finds a lip and hits it really hard and probably has to go aerial.
Like
super critical.
A bit like that, but we're missing a bit of air on that one.
We're missing a bit of air. I mean, that was very good.
It's going to be tight.
He might get another good
score. He needs
score.
a 6.17.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
He has 3 minutes left.
Oh, look at that.
I'm not sure that was a 6.17, but it will bring him closer.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see what the score comes up as. I mean, he's holding a 4.5 and a 4.9, and if he can beat either of those, then obviously, it'll come in, but we'll see. 6-1.
See, I told you.
Woo-wee.
Very close.
Look at that.
Felipe Wedelis.
That's interesting. Okay.
This is a nice heat.
Battle,
like it.
the battle is getting close now. Totals, Felipe in the lead with 11.06. Peter Kenyon in second with 11.0. Juan and Michael in third and fourth place.
So we have the sheriff and the cowboy from Aussie. Just both battling waves.
Okay.
One running after the other one.
Well, here we go. Felipe is just not sure if this is going to give him something he wants. He's going to have a play with it anyway.
I think he can do better than the 4.33. Felipe Wedeles on the wave right now. We have action down in the lower part of that wave.
He's getting a couple of turns in there, and he's right on the beach now.
Yeah, he did some 2 turns, I think, out there. We missed him.
And here we got Juan again on the outside. He's picked up a wave. He's all on his own up here.
This one can be...
What do you think? Is that going to form up as 2 waves?
look,
No, it's gone, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the 2 waves happening. I'm not sure.
It looked like 2 waves might have come together for him, but I think it's not, and it's pretty small.
It's going to be a... Well...
There's something. Here we go. Interesting. Look at that.
That's where he's doing the double thing.
Yep.
But
that's
he's
it.
going for it.
Good on you. He's making the most of it.
Look at that.
Oh,
Just
Juan's on a
riding
bit of a
on-
rhythm there.
Yeah.
And out the back there, because the sun is getting really hard to handle there, but that must be Michael. The
This
pink.
is Michael in the back.
They're both feeling very active. They're moving quickly. They're surf style, going up and down the wave, trying to sort of find their point. It's almost like they're pumping their boards along the line.
So that was a bit late on that last turn, and he got a bit like eaten by that white foam. But it was actually a good sailing. And we see someone else coming in. I think this Peter Canyon,
These guys are being active. They are full tilt.
the cowboy running away from the sheriff. I think this is gonna be one of his last opportunity to score. He only needs a 4.97.
Oh, he's gone for the air. He can't hold it. Can't hold it. 37 seconds to go. That's likely the last chance he's going to get.
That's likely gonna be it.
He hesitated. He just hesitated. I don't know what was going on with him there. But anyway, he's done enough to get through to the next round, and that's what matters. And he's learnt what it's like to come up against Felipe. Good
Yeah.
experience.
20 seconds left.
Well, this will be all of these riders' last heat for today. We're going to stop 2 more heats after this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pack up because the sun will be going down. Spectacular sunset coming up here.
Look at
we
that.
can feel it. You can see these atmospherics coming through. Topicama gives you spectacular sunsets. Yeah. One of the opening scenes of the Riders movie that we did years ago in 2019 and put out there in 2020, just before COVID hit and, dampened things just a tad, was a wind-swept dusk, sunsetting, golden time looking out at these rocks.
So the heat is complete. Felipe Wedeles and Peter Kenyon. I really like that duo in the water. That give us some great action. Let's go to a commercial and we come back with Heat 3.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
Okay, so we are back in beautiful Topocalma. This spot is about 1 hour away from Matanza, and Simeon and everybody, all the team, when they decided to come here with the head judge, because nothing was happening much in Matanzas, everybody panicked a little bit. But then the smiles on their face when they arrived here was absolutely priceless. When they saw the bomb coming in and the 30 knots wind, they were like, okay, we get your decision.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
I'm not sure the heat is on,
What a wave.
but if it is, this is a very nice looking wave. We have Paul in that heat, Alessandro Massetti, Marcel Jensen, and Santiago Fuentes. And I think that was Marcel Jensen with his North Cell.
Well done, Marcel. That was a beautiful pickup of a great wave right at the start of it. Who's the highest ranked, highest seeded guy other than Paul Karolaides. Now, Paul is a very well-known photographer, half of Fishbowl Diaries. He has also been a very, very prominent Masters sailor, but in this first round, non-elimination round, he is electing to photograph all of his compatriots rather than compete. Hats
No
off.
way!
Hats
So he's
off,
going to
Paul.
do redemption.
He's going to go straight to redemption because he would rather take the great photos of everyone while they can.
Oh, thank you, Paul. He's such a sweet guy.
Now, we don't want to praise Paul too much because Sophie will just roll her eyes and go, oh, Paul always gets... Sophie's the best.
That's what I was going to say. He's so nice with everyone, but Sophie. No, just kidding.
No, those guys are amazing. They work tirelessly
Oh my
to
God.
capture photos all day long in the most difficult conditions you could imagine, and then they work all night. And
Yeah,
they just love it.
they don't stop, and they're very dedicated to their work. Sophie was actually having lots of trouble taking picture because when she takes pictures, she sort of sit on a yoga mat on the beach, But with 30 knots wind here, the sand was just getting all over her. And said, like, I don't think I can do this. I need a tripod. I need to sit like in the truck, behind a truck somewhere. But the thing is, the trucks cannot go all the way to the point she was. So North Cell, Marcel Jensen again.
Here we go. Marcel's selling fast and confidently. I like
Yeah,
it.
he is.
He's
He is a
okay.
big muscular guy, like, wow, that's how I would describe him, just that
Nice.
roar.
Okay.
First score coming in, Alessandro Massetti with a 360, Marcel Jensen with a 2.53. If we can have the score on the screen, guys, that would be amazing. So that must be Juan Ignacio Mauricio coming back.
That's him. Look at
I
him.
think there's someone from Chile, actually. I've seen him around,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
He's been at all the events. He's got his MFC fins on the back there. Big shout out to Pio from MFC. We want to say thank you to him for being such a wonderful supporter of the sport, and we're all thinking about him and his family and everyone over in Maui. Now we're talking about Santiago Fuentemens. I'm sorry, I'm getting the pronunciation wrong, I'm sure. He has competed here in the 3 stars, and he's got a 27th in 2024.
So he must be Chilean, and I must maybe know him, and now he's angry at me for not remember who he is.
He is indeed Chilean.
I'm so sorry. It's been long 3 days, but I'm still here with you guys until the last minute. And there we go. Nice
Oh,
tacking.
look at this
That
wave.
wave.
The dream.
Just breathe in
Oh,
and breathe out. Who would that be? Is that Alessandro Massetti?
I don't know, I'm sorry. But let's call the wave as we see it. They're coming down for the bottom turn. It's a beautiful lip. They're going to be slashing off there, coming down through the next round. It's just lining up for more lip time.
Oh, this is
Big
great.
slash. Nearly lost the rail there. He's going to come up for the final hit. Oh, didn't quite time that.
That was beautiful.
What a
I liked
wave.
it. Oh, see how low the tie is?
Yep.
Did he touch the floor there?
No, I don't know.
Or he just got stuck in his foot strap? Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Right in the impact zone. Thank you very much. All right, now this beautiful drone shot is wonderful because we can see right down the line. We get the spectacular scenery. Gosh, I love it. Look at that. Outside there, we've got someone sort of jibing so to pick up another wave. They've just missed a few little sets, but they've got the prime position, and here they go onto one. What's going to happen here? They're going to go for this one. There might have been a better one behind, but they're taking the gamble on picking up this one. So, okay, let's see what happens. They're moving upwind into the tight pocket because this doesn't look like it's got a long line to it. So they're going to take the high line here, and there's the lip ready for gouging.
Nice. Good on you, Marcel. Taking his time to make
Okay,
sure
here.
the wave is forming.
One more chance, maybe.
Whoa,
One-handed.
one-handed.
Oh, this thing's really giving him a long line. Isn't that interesting?
It's like a disco line.
Yeah, okay.
We're just making the disco ball there. Nice. Good on you. They were not really radical, but it was smooth.
It was beautiful and smooth. I mean,
Huh?
those waves are fun to ride like that. You get the feeling of flow.
Like staying alive, right?
It had the speed and the flow, just didn't quite have the power.
I know. But I would have loved to ride this wave.
Oh, totally. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful waves coming through. What a spot.
What a nice spot.
And just to highlight the difference between Topacama and Matanzas, it's not always the case that Topacama is better than Matanzas, is it?
No. Sometimes it is, believe it or not, too windy.
Yeah.
You're just too overpowered and you cannot do anything in the wave because you're just overpowered. Even if I have a 315, I wish sometimes I had a 2.8 on those waves. I'm a small person. I'm about 53 kilos, so that's why a 3.15 on huge wind is a lot for me. But then yeah, sometimes it's better in Matanzas. The wind is a bit stronger here in Topocalma. Sometimes because of the angle of the bay, the wind comes up earlier. So what usually the guys does is they come and have a first session here in Topocalma. They pack everything up because the wind is going too crazy, and they finish up in Matanzas.
This one, last one.
This is going to be the last heat of the day, we've just been told.
Okay, this is our last 10 minutes of windsurfing. Last 10 minutes of broadcasting, guys. After that, unfortunately, we're not going to see the rest of the competition with the master.
Look at this beautiful wave coming through here. Now,
Alessandro Massetti. I guess he's Italian.
it sounds like it.
Yeah, he sure sounds like it.
Now, we've got 10 minutes to go in this heat. This wave is not doing a lot for him yet, but it'll pick up right as it comes on the inside and he'll get something. Look at that slash. Gosh, this place just is spectacular. That drone footage is amazing. Here he goes. You get one more chance. Scoring potential. Can he hold it?
Wow.
He's going to go down.
Yeah, it was a bit late. He didn't get that much air on that, so he sort of like got a bit behind that white foam.
Yeah.
But he's navigating well. He's on top right now with a 4.53, the highest score of that heat. I think the waves are doing strange thing.
They are doing a little bit of strange thing. We've just had some messages come through that we need a doctor down at the beach. Pick the head judge is asking for some medical help. So we're going to have our doctors who are all here go down and help him like that.
Well, it may be low blood pressure from not eating so much. Stuck there the whole time. I hope he's going to be fine.
We have an injured rider of some sort. We're not sure of the details yet, but we'll get back to you when we're here.
Injured rider and pick too.
Oh, here we go. Here's the message. All good. Shoulder back in.
Who is that?
I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. But someone has had a dislocated shoulder, and they've had some assistance, and they've got it back in.
I hope it was not Doc, because he's the one to know how to put it back in.
I hope he's not the one who's lost the shoulder.
I've seen him done it before. So whoever you are, I hope you're not too much in pain now, and then you're going to have some good painkillers when you go home.
And that reminds me of a shout-out to Fernando Lafreda, who dislocated his shoulder rather badly just before the Aloha Classic.
Ooh, I think this is maybe Santiago Fuentes.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Yeah, you might be right there.
So people are going
sense.
back out, but I think nobody told them that their eat is actually not going to go on.
Or maybe they just want to go for a sail.
Or they're just going for a sail. Why not? Golden hour.
They're going out there to be out the back, ready for this heat to end, I suppose. And whether it's their heat or not, it doesn't really matter. But this is the golden hour at Topacama.
Yes, it is.
Well, we're very lucky to have people in our community who are trained medically and in all sorts of ways. We've got engineers and architects and all sorts of fantastic people who can help.
Yeah, medical team. We had like a good team of physiotherapists who were here to help the first 2 days. We had a Clínica Matanza. Gustavo Harfagar was like a doctor there on site for minor injuries the whole time. He did had to do some
Stitches, huh?
stitches on someone's chin, things like that. And we have, of course, Louis Duck, who is more extreme things like putting a shoulder back in his socket.
Oof.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have the specialists. Big shout out to everyone who, all these people who are around the world at the events who help out.
Yes, this is amazing. This make all these riders more comfortable. As we're seeing the heat advancing, less than 7 minutes left.
As we're getting towards the end of this and while we're waiting for things, I'd like to give a shout out to Ben Prophet and Paul Van Bellen, who did a show on Windsurfing TV this morning about commentary about Chile.
Yeah,
I believe
that
it was
really
good
nice.
fun. Yeah.
Very nice. You guys, you're always so fun to watch. Such good analyze of everything, and you're a big inspiration for me. And keep going. I like watching you.
Yeah, it's really good fun. Like I said, we're lucky to have so many people in the windsurfing community, all the media around the world. We've got Windsurfing UK magazine, which is amazing. We've got Windsurfing Journal. We've got Planche Mag. We've got Wind Mag. We've got Daily Dose. We've got Continent 7. We've got so many great outlets.
And I think we got on ESPN Chile yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I see. This is good for windsurfing.
Certainly was. That was quite a long interview with Felipe, the sheriff, who's one of the big organisers here. So he was terrific in talking about all that stuff.
So this is not someone competing right now. Our two sails are a green one with a simmer sign on it, and Marcel Jensen is a north sail, so it's a dark north sail. I actually don't see him back in the water. I'm not sure if he's the one injured. He did have a bad foam.
He did, didn't
fall at the end there.
Mm.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
He just
Well, here's our green sail. So we are missing our black north sail rider,
Yes.
Marcel, and maybe he's the one who's in trouble.
Maybe that's the one in trouble.
We don't want to jump to conclusions or worry anyone at home. Everything is okay, we believe.
I think I see him
He's
down the line
bottom
down there.
There we go. Yeah, we don't know who it is who's got the
So
trouble, all is
for
well.
the last 5 minutes, to make it easier for you guys on the broadcast, there's a green sail right in front of us, and the other sail that is still in the competition is way out on the left. I think this is someone also in the competition.
Yeah, they're way downwind, and he's trying to come back upwind.
It's a black north sail.
Yep. And the other sails are just hanging around for the end of this heat.
Having an expression session.
Yeah. Yeah.
When was your last time on the water, Simeon?
Oh, it's been a while. I've been nursing a pretty nasty tendon injury through my left arm, which was the result of me holding onto them with a boom in a very big wipeout in Peru with over mast-high waves. I thought that was a smart idea to do at the time. Smart thing to do, and it turns out it was not. So I've spent about the last 2 years trying to deal with that. I spent the first year in denial, which was very effective treatment. And then the next year, I spent getting proper attention and proper training.
We do have some action right now on the wave. I think this is Alexandro Massetti.
Who is currently in the lead in this heat. This looks like a lovely wave, and he looks set to score. Good turning, this has got a good vibe about it.
This is a good vibe. It may be better than his 3.60.
Yep, maybe. He's hit that last section. If he can hold it. No, he can't.
He can hold it.
Okay.
So while we're getting ready for more action, I'm going to take time to take our sponsors this year here for the Chile 5-star Surazo Infernal World Cup 2025, presented by PWE and WWT. Our title sponsors is obviously Hotel Surazo, who took absolutely good care of everyone here, all the riders, all the spectators, all the organization people. So good on you. All your team, you know exactly what you did. I'm not going to start mentioning everybody. It's going to be too long. So if you feel like this is for you, big thank you. Our main sponsor, Peugeot, the official car of the Chile World Cup 2025. Supporting partners, AFAP, Plan Vital, Lippy Gas.
Woof, woof, woof. Doggy time.
Leventa, Jack Daniels, and Corona Cero. Also, this wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't look that good with our minor sponsors, Conatur, Fundación Olas Chilenas, Powerade, Kaya United, Red Bull, Harry Potter, Centro Ferretero Puya, Mirador de Matanza, Municipalidad de Navidad, Hotel Mar Blanco, TACA, OMZ, Windsurfing Chile, ZS Inmobiliaria, Greenvik, Alagua, Stanley, and Clínica Matanza. There are a lot more people to say thank you to make this happen. I think you know who you are. We're not going to mention all of you. Don't feel like we're missing out on you. Just take our huge thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is for all of you who made this happen. We have under 2 minutes left, Simeon.
Yeah, and while we've got some time while people are falling and waiting for their waves, I think I might do a thank you to the live crew who,
Yes.
under enormous pressure with little or no notice, were asked to pack
Come
up
here.
everything in Matanzas, put everything into the truck, drive out into the crazy four-wheel drive requirements of this soft sand at Topacama, set up for the first time ever a live stream from here, and they pulled it off. So
They did put it off.
Hats off to them.
Broadcasting. Carlos and your team, thank you so much. Nico right there pushing the button. Good job.
yeah, hats off, guys. This is a really tough thing to have pulled off, first time ever. So congratulations.
Just so you know, like it's not. It's like half of it is a dirt road.
Yeah.
There's no indication. It's just like sometimes you have a spray paint on a cartel that says playa,
Yeah.
and you just
go through
guess
a farm
that this is
gate and you're like, okay, this one now, or is it that one? Or I don't know.
So anyway, yeah.
And also shout out to Cosmo Films, who've been doing our daily updates and capturing a lot of really beautiful footage. They've captured the mood of the event and the Matanzas community really well.
Oh, watch out for all those pictures coming in, you guys. There's someone on the wave in the back there.
Oh, right
This
down the
is
bottom.
Alessandro Massetti.
Oh, he's just
doing
writing
his-
of engineering.
Congratulations again to Marcilio Brown.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. And congratulations to Jane Simon. I think she deserved that. She's been putting the work here in Chile. I think this is the third time in a row
Yes.
she's coming here.
Yeah, she won it when it was a 4-star event before it turned 5-star back in 2023. She won it convincingly, and then when it got to 4-star, she didn't have a great year last year, but this year she certainly has had an exceptional year. Jane is an outstanding sailor at Margaret River and has been for decades. She was on the world tour back when it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Her highest overall ranking was 3rd back then. She then retired from that, had 2 sons who she's raised and dragged one of them along here. They're both fantastic kids. And, she's just helping now to run the event in Margaret River, which is a wonderful and growing event there, and specific focused on the Oceania Youth Titles, which is an amazing event that's pulling together all the youth talent in Australia.
And Australia
from around
has
the world.
a national tour right now, so this is amazing.
Yeah.
So we will not go on with Heat 4. This is it. These 2 guys who got point in that heat will go straight to quarterfinals. I want to take time to thank the last riders, the riders, not the last riders, all the riders who made the trip to Chile, believed that they would have good condition here, took a plane with all their gears, spend the money. It's not cheap. I want to say big thank you to you guys for making the effort to make windsurfing grow. You rock. You're my idols. Thank you, Simeon Glassen, also to putting so much effort on that world tour. And I hope to see you next year again in Chile.
You betcha. Can't wait. Thanks for doing it, Cara. You've been a wonderful
Oh
host
my
and
God, I've
anchor
been
for this whole thing.
Thrown up here,
Yes,
and I
you
just
were.
did it anyway. This is not my job, guys, but I try to make it fun for you. I hope to see you watching us. See you next year.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la ¡ay! Porque la people lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. ¡Y ay! Y hecho por la ¡ay!
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ay, hecho por la ay. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. Ay, y hecho por la ay. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
No, pues están los másteres, ¿no?
Okay, we said our final goodbye to everyone. I can say it again.
No, no vamos a cortar el live stream. Sigue hasta la final de todos los másteres. Quedan 3 hits. Simeon!
Okay, as I was celebrating that my job was over, information got wrongly informed to me, and we are going forward with Master on the live stream. We have Michael, Gustavo Arfagar, Paco Stuven, and Manu Laurent. I'm so sorry for you guys. I thought I said my final words, and it looks like I'm not done yet. We have Michael from Canary Islands. We have Gustavo Arfagar from Chile. Paco Stuven, also from Chile. And Manu Laurent from Guadeloupe is actually the father of Kimani Laurent.
Sí, te escucho.
Okay, sorry, I had to set myself up again because I was told this was over. We keep going with this competition. Not quite sure what happened here, but you're gonna maybe listen to some dead moment. I'm so sorry for that. I just needed to get set up again.
Sorry, guys. We were told it was the last seed, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
This is exciting. Hey, good. Look who's at the top of that ranking list.
I know.
Oh my
Who's
God.
that?
Gus.
Who's Gustavo Arfagar? I think he's my partner.
I think he's a guy you know.
My life partner, the father of my 2 sons. And we have in the water there, I'm not sure if it's Gustavo or Michael. I think this is...
It looks like Michael Friedel.
I think this is Michael.
That is Michael Friedel, who is the reigning World Masters champion. He is a great sailor from Tenerife, sails in the Canary Islands a lot. He really goes hard, and he's super committed to having a crack at...
Loves to go to competition, often accompanied by his son, Michael, who did a great job though in the pro bracket. I think he wasn't that lucky, but he did impress me with some very good moves there on the wave.
His son is also Mike Friedel, but we call him Mike Jr., and this is Mike Master.
That's why it's M over
Yeah,
there.
that's why I do that.
Oh, I was 14 years old. I'm gonna say my age. Oh, I was 14 years old. I'm gonna say my age when I do that. I'm not gonna say my age. In the 90s. Yeah, I was windsurfing actually in '88. Yeah, that was my first time I did windsurf. My father bought, you just go and fix it. My mom was quite a good windsurfer too. I was inspired with both of them on the water. We had a lake there. And by 14 years old, I was doing shampoo, all these old styled windsurfing moves, like on the rail.
The classic head dip.
The head dip.
The rail ride.
The rail ride.
The rail ride head dip.
I was the first one doing it around
The rail ride
lake.
splits head dip. I don't know if you got that far into the age.
No, but what
That's
I
pretty
did
hard.
try, because the waves were huge. And like I said, look, I'm not that tall. I'm like a meter 61. The one is important. And the wishbone was huge. And with the sail, I think it was like a 6.8 or 7 meter. And I was trying to do a backflip between the wishbone and the sail, going through it, because at that time the sail was
Yeah.
just going like a big balloon.
That was a classic freestyle trick.
And I wanted to come back on the
Yeah.
on the board.
Yeah.
I almost did it a few times.
Oh, I
but,
could do those.
but I was doing the 360, the one like you just spin. Yeah,
Nice.
you cross your leg and
Stylish.
yeah.
Very stylish.
We're
Back in the
talking
day,
too much
freestyle
about me.
freestyle was a lot of fun because you could go out in any wind, anywhere, and it just play around. It was really
Well,
good
it
fun.
was funny. It was like when you had, in the ski community,
Yeah.
when you had like that dancing on ski with music. Going,
Freestyle. Yeah, it was cool.
But
Yeah,
it was dancing.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
But
It was crazy.
it was
I mean, I don't think it's kept going as popular as it
Yeah.
was then, but it was fun. These guys we're talking about this other stuff because these guys are sort of waiting for waves. They're having an unlucky heat
Yeah,
with
they do.
a lot of gap between the waves.
So we actually have Mano Laurent there from Guadeloupe. He's the father of Kimani Laurent. He's on a red gastrocell. He's trying to get out there. I'm not sure if he has enough sail power. The wind has just died a little bit on us.
It's died fairly suddenly. Like they're in the hollow behind the rock there, which
Yeah.
is a bad sign. But the wind generally has backed off. I mean, if you can navigate the difficult gustiness, it's turning into a kind of a perfection.
So I think this is Michael again,
yes,
drawing his line.
Michael from Tenerife.
There's three
Gran
of them
Canaria.
with Goya cell, so it makes it a bit different. Yeah, this is definitely Michael.
Look at this. Look at that. Hard hitting. There's a reason he's the reigning world champion. One reason is that he's committed and doing all the events, and the other reason is he's very, very good. That was getting a wave right there. It wasn't the best style I've seen him. It's like he was unsure twice. It's like he was unsure twice,
Yeah.
which is not like him. So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe the wind was really difficult. Sometimes when it gets so late in the afternoon like this, and the wind starts dropping, it starts getting really late in the afternoon like this, and the wind starts dropping, it starts getting really funky. Like you can get hit with really random little gusts as you're going along the wave. Can be. Is that right? Have they got the right people?
I'm not sure.
I think they might have them mixed up.
So here, the wave of Michael, I think it was a bit more than a 1.77.
Yep.
I think they may have them mixed up.
We can.
I'm not sure. But I think this is probably what's happening. As we see the replay there of Gustavo, that looked more like a 177 than what Michael did. Paco Steuven there, trying to battle.
I just sent a message to our excellent head judge to make sure he knows that Michael is the blue Goya.
Yes.
Yep.
I think they have them messed up.
He may have it messed up. We don't want to. Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah. But our head judge is excellent, and we're very lucky to have him all the way from the Canary Islands.
Amazing.
He lives in Tenerife, and he's the head judge for Gran Canaria and Tenerife and plenty of things. So it's really good. He's a terrific judge, and we're lucky to have him. And also Emilio, who's flown out here with Pick. So these guys are just having a look at that gust across the water there. You can see that's the thing I was talking about. These sudden punches that come through. So maybe it's throwing everyone off quite a lot. The wind is getting very challenging out there.
Yeah, it is getting lighter on the water, especially behind that rock.
You can see the wind line on that picture there. Look at that wind line at the back there. You can
Yeah.
see it. And on the inside here, it's really getting
light.
Oof, yeah. Challenging.
There we go. I don't... this is Paco Steuven, actually.
Paco!
back on tour with us.
Paco's a legend. He is one of the guys, one of the people who is helping to organise the Chile tour. They run the Serena Wave event down south from here, about 4 hours drive.
Beautiful spot. If you are coming to Chile and you're coming more than a few days, you have to go to Serena Wave spot.
I've been watching it on the photos and on the and all the live heats things that they do, and they've been building that event up, and they're now at a 3-star level. It's very popular here in Chile, and they've got a big community down there, and everyone here seemed to go down there for the event, so it's obviously getting a lot of traction.
Exactly. There we go. Michael on the wave again, showing his experienced windsurfing. Nice S-turn. Nice. He has a good style, huh?
Beautiful footage of a small wave, but Michael just treating it so nicely. That was really elegant.
He feels so comfortable in his board and his gear.
Yep, he's a Goya rider, has been for quite a while.
Yeah.
And he's obviously tuned into all that gear. One of the big things about windsurfing is the equipment. For people who don't necessarily watch it all the time, the equipment is ultra personal. Here we go. They're just changing the scores around now. That's okay, we're getting it fixed up. The guys are on it. Look at that big hit there. Beautiful angles we're getting on these replays.
Amazing.
And there comes Gus heading back out on the yellow sail.
I think he maybe didn't gear a bigger sail enough. Like he's just like making slowly his way out to the point. It's difficult to say because at that time of the day the wind sort of just drop when it wants to. On shore the wind still is strong. You can see the sand just flying by the beach, but in the water before the break sometimes it just goes away, and maybe he didn't gear enough a sail that's big enough for him. But he has time. It's 3 minutes 20 left. I really thought Gustavo was first.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome, but there he is.
Would have been drinks on Gustavo tonight for sure. Oh, look, and then suddenly having no wind. They're in a very difficult spot there. Oh, they've missed those lovely waves.
Lovely waves.
We get to watch them from here, though. That's nice.
They're just having no rider on them.
Oh.
There's still some spectator on the beach. Lots of the riders, though, made their way back home and get a bit warm. There's Gustavo trying to ride.
Oh, he's got one of the nice ones. This is one of the solid waves. He's picked up. He didn't get those first runner ones, but this is a lovely one.
Yeah, let's see if it gets organized. It's a bit messy.
Oh, he's a long way downwind picking this up, but let's see. What has he got? Is he going to have a clean line? He's going to have one go at it? No.
There we go. He got one.
Yep.
One little turn there with his Flicka board. He absolutely loves that board.
I'll bet.
He has 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah, here is the master. Look at that. Fast tack. Go, Michael. Showing us how it's done. The Masters field generally has some pretty outstanding riders traveling around tour on it. It's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, just, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, last year in the 5-star Chile event, worked his way all the way through the challenges, into the bracket, and got himself into 7th place overall in a 5-star event. So, yeah, that was when he was the reigning world champion. You're like, okay, fair play.
Yeah, exactly. I don't quite know where Manon Laurent is.
He was heading out earlier, but I can't see him. Maybe he's suffered from the same sort of wind gust thing. Is he right at the back there, high up? Is that
No.
him?
He has a Gastra. I think he has a red Gastra cell.
Is that Paco out the back, or is that someone else?
I think this is someone from the next heat. I don't know how many heat we will run today. If someone has this information, that would be great to come and inform us.
I will ask our wonderful head judge.
Under 40 seconds left on heat 4. Michael is clearly leading that heat with 2 nice waves. And he's coming in for one more. Small wave, but He may ride it. He may just use it to come back home and not have to walk so much. Gustavo Arfagar, second position there. He's just riding it. he's gonna have to hike.
He doesn't care. He's having fun.
There you go.
Look at that. Well, give it a go.
There's
There
Nando
he is.
Laurent.
He's been trying to get out of the shore break.
He's trying to get out. That wave there, it's difficult to pass. Yeah.
Kaboom. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
That's the problem.
And in light wind, it's really easy just to find it hard to get out. Like
I
you
know.
just- yeah.
You can be stuck there for a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better to walk back
Right.
towards the rock where there's less wind, but at least that shore break is not like
It's not gnarly like
Yeah,
that.
not
And you can
gnarly.
wait for a patch of wind to start to come through, and then you can hope.
Sun is shining through with weather fair, fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
Welcome back. Beautiful Topocalma. Golden hour setting in as we see someone tacking to try to get a wave. We have in that heat Nelson Perez from Puerto Rico. Nicolas Ricordon, I don't think he's going to be here. He's been having to deal with a bad virus. Felipe Mauricio, not sure. And Redi Broktoyski. Where would that be from? Poland, maybe? I've seen that guy around. I think he's coming often around the time the competition is here.
Rudy is from Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Yeah.
Swiss German, maybe.
Born in '66. Hope you don't mind me saying that, Rudy. But he's a terrific master sailor and sort of super enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Nicholas is indeed sick. Unfortunately, he sent me a message saying he wouldn't be able to get here today. He's still got the fever. He was one of our judges. He had to pull out yesterday because he took yesterday off, and again today, poor guy. We've had a little bit of a virus going around the community, a little bit. Not too many people, but it's hit a few. Hit me, which was just delightful. just as we were going into the live broadcast first day, I was like, perfect timing.
Yeah, just as I was looking for a fixed partner to broadcast with me, and Simeon said, I'm going to be there with you, Karen. Don't worry.
I just might be asleep on the couch
And I
next
come
to you.
in on the first day and I'm like, I'm not feeling well. I actually had fever all night. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're making me nervous there.
Yeah.
He
but
was like sleeping.
Well, they were so generous with their time. And I think on that first day it was, look, we've got a ride happening here.
Yeah, I think this
Hot
is
sail.
Nelson.
This is Nelson. All the way from Puerto Rico, not used to the cold weather, but loving his wetsuit and loving his gear and getting onto all his riding there. He's a very good sailor. Well done, Nelson.
Well done. Maybe he's going to get his first score there.
Nelson made the finals of the Masters in Puerto Rico, and he won the Grand Masters in Puerto Rico. And he was the event organizer there, along with his wonderful partner, Irene. So thank you, Irene. Thank you both. You guys are amazing. So that was good to see him open his account. We'll see what he gets as a score from that. That'll be the benchmark. Out the back, we've got a rider on one of those back sets. That looks like a nice wave that they've picked up there. Look at that, pumping to get onto it, and they're down. Ooh, they must have just had one of those wind holes. It is very challenging with the wind right now.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you haven't ride that spot much. I don't think all of these guys got time to come and practice here in Matanzas and Topocalma. I'm so sorry.
Although it could be turning into a blessing, because look at this wave that he's picking up with a gust right on him. Whoa, you'd be happy about this.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
this is Rudy, but I'm not sure.
Well, right at Rody, here we go.
Someone
All
riding
right.
with helmet.
That's a lovely wave.
Lovely wave.
Look at the spray coming off the back of that. You can see how offshore the wind is now. That gives you a very good indication. These guys are doing very well to navigate this complex stuff. All right. Okay, well, he didn't get a lot of scoring potential out of that, but it was a beautiful wave, and it was, sunset at Topocalma.
So it does seem to me that this is Rudy for the body structure, but not quite sure.
This heat has only got 3 people in it. We can see Nelson. We've identified Rudy. We're just missing Felipe Mauricio. We're not sure where he is. But if these 2 guys get the scores, they will be advancing to the quarterfinals. Now, Nicholas has destined himself to be starting in the repechage, which we'll see how he goes. Nicholas is a very good sailor. He's one of the veterans around here. He really is probably the pioneer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's been there for a very long time. Also on the organization of the national tour. They're putting effort for making windsurfing grow. Yeah.
Well, he's a master of the sport, a grandmaster of the sport, and has been for a while. But when you see in the Hotel Surazo some of the framed photos of magazine shots and covers and double-page spreads, a number of them are of Nicolas Recodan.
That's it.
And he is radical, I can tell you.
So that was Rudy there with a 3.80. So that's that other cell there on the right we just saw. That must be our Felipe Mauricio.
There he is. So we see the hot sails on the left here with Nelson pumping onto a wave. Here he goes.
He's
He's
decided.
in second position right now, but he is a good sailor. He loves going left, and we'll see what happens. Although his favourite's going right, but he's learned to love going left. He's been in Peru a number of times, so he's had plenty of practice. Here he goes. Oh, he's got a wide arm stance here. This is, I think, indicative of how difficult this wind is. It's blowing offshore with these bullet gusts coming at you, so they're trying hard to conservatively hold the sail, but it makes it awfully hard to ride these waves. And
Does he have a unicorn on his sail?
Does he? Oh,
Do
that's
I
interesting.
see a unicorn?
Really?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, he's got his PR numbers. Oh, I see what you're looking at there. We'll find out. Look at there behind him, that wave there.
Rudy.
Rudy picking up a little one.
Okay. 2 waves in the pocket for these 2 guys. As we see the sun going down.
I don't know that's a bat.
That's the bat
That's the
from
Peru.
Peru.
That's Jaime Rojas.
Hi, Jaime.
Hi, Jaime.
Hello.
Big shout out to Jaime Rojas from El Faro Resort, Pacasmayo, one of our favorite places in the whole planet to sail. It is the most extraordinary, magical place for
It's actually very, very amazing.
Pacasmayo magic.
Special place.
Yeah. The resort's going through some restructuring and reorganising at the moment, which is very challenging, and we hope that all the best for the guys over there, but we're keen to get back there. Very excited about it.
Hopefully it will happen and we get some more.
It's probably my
Pacasmayo
favourite
magic.
wave in the whole world to
Really?
sail. Yeah, I think so.
Look at you.
I love the fact that you can ride. I mean, we've had days there where we've had, over mast and half really at the point, and then you ride at full tilt. Giant, perfect waves for 1.5, nearly 2 kilometres, and you turn around and go and get another one. it's just beyond belief. It's just astonishing.
Sometimes some people actually brings you back with a boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is so far away.
Mm-hmm. Well, surfers need that. We've got the sails and we can get back out there. But, I mean, we've had days there. I've now lost count of the number of days where we've had it like that. And it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Beautiful Topocalma there. You can see it's a wild place. There's no houses close by. It's an hacienda. As you're driving by here, it's so nice. You see horses and cows and walnut trees, and it's just amazing place.
Yeah, Chile is a wild and rugged, beautiful place. It has its cities, it has its towns, but the vast majority of Chile is just wild.
It is. It is. I mean, it's 4,000 kilometers long. You go from the driest desert in the world up north to Patagonia down south, passing to the middle section with lots of vineyards and fruit production. Then you go a bit more south and you have the lakes and the volcanoes. I mean, you don't have enough in a lifetime to travel Chile. I mean, I've traveled quite a lot with the circus, and I haven't seen all of Chile. Like, I need to get a lot more travel done here.
Yeah, it's a pretty big place.
It's
got
a huge
extremely
place.
long coastline.
I fell in love right away, right here, with the country. After with the Chilean guy, but the country is actually amazing.
You were
The m-
touring here, as I recall.
Yeah, I was touring here with Cirque du Soleil, 2006, and fell in love with Chile. Actually, I fell in love with the mountain first,
Mm.
the Cordillère des Andes. Absolutely stunning.
Look at that shot.
Look at that, beautiful.
This is a reserve, natural reserve. On the right-hand side, there's a wetland, which is a territory for flamingos.
It is.
It is an incredibly special treat to be able to be here. We need to get all sorts of special permissions. We need to look after the environment, as we all do. Thankfully, we have a very responsible group, and it's a privilege to be here. And thank you to all the authorities that allow it, and thank you to the Hacienda Topacama.
Yes, exactly. So the wind is getting very light. Makes it difficult during a 17-minute heat. But head judge Luis Escribano decided that we'll keep going with that round one. There's this heat left to finish, and then we have another one after that. And that will be it for round one. I'm not quite sure if we keep going. We'll give you that formation as soon as we have it.
Yeah, indeed.
Don't think it's going to keep going. The sun is really, really going down right now. Not much light. We see Philip Mauricio pumping in a wave. I think this is going to be his best wave so far. He's going to be stoked about that one. He just needs to breathe. Look down the line, draw his line. Look at all the colors are coming out at that time of the day. Look at that beach with all the little...
Oh, he's fallen off the back. What a bummer.
Yeah. The little dunes going on all over. They're sand dunes. Beautiful.
Yeah. He's down past the area where the wind line gets really difficult. It starts splitting down there. So there's big holes, and the wave sort of breaks away and bends around, so it's almost completely offshore. It's almost impossible to sail once you get down that far.
Exactly.
Nelson Perez out the back
Nelson
there.
Perez doing a nice maneuver there to be able to position himself to catch another wave. That will be his third wave for him. I think he can do better than a 1.9. Yes, a 9.9 was his lowest score. Look at that.
So he's chasing Rudy, who's on a total heat score of 8.97, and Nelson only has 3.97. So Nelson's got some work to do. Here he goes. This hit will change things. Okay. There he goes.
Good on you, Nelson. That was a nice riding, smooth with what you had, what you found. It's not easy.
You can see the colours on that bat sticker now.
Yeah, now I can see it. I thought it was a unicorn.
PR99.
There you go. See?
Oh, he had a chance to tag that lip and he went, I think I'm a little late.
Yep.
It's probably a good call. It's late in the day here. The conditions are getting tricky. But look at this. Beautiful sunset.
It's so beautiful out there, guys. The birds are flying by.
When you reflect on the event, when you think about the best parts of the event, what do you think about?
I think to see all those riders outside of the water having so much fun together as we're seeing that wave. Let's see it because it's the best one so far for Rudy.
He's got a double up angle here, so he's got to cut back in there to stay on that line. He might lose it if he doesn't do that. He just misread that a fraction.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
so I was saying that to see them outside, how some of them are really close. They play cards together. They take care of each other. To see that, I think windsurf is one of the only sport I see that the community behind it is so tight. There's, I mean, in surfing that doesn't exist. I mean, they do have this camaraderie, but the competition is more fierce, you know. Here I mean, I saw Mac Paris, Brausinho together talking about their competition, you know, just like talking about both of them sitting in a car.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a common story. I mean, these guys travel with each other. They spend all this time together, and they're friendly. You know, they genuinely are.
and that makes me happy because my son is, wants to be a pro windsurfer already, and it makes me comfortable to launch him into this world because it's just a beautiful community.
I think that, all of these people are the best in the world at what is a very difficult sport. Windsurfing at this level in the waves is very challenging.
Oh my God, yes.
Windsurfing on flat water and learning, that's fun, and you can get into that pretty easily, and that's where most of the windsurfing is. But this is pretty hard stuff. And there's a gust that just took that person out. But these guys are used to adversity. They're tough people. Everyone who gets to this level has grit, has determination, a lot of stubbornness generally.
Yep. You tell me about it.
You tend to see that only at those really critical moments when you see them really pull it out of the bag and really hit something radical. And that's where you see the hidden animal.
Yeah. I think my second favorite thing is how each of those riders deals with their deception, their celebration, like how they are able to understand that they can learn from mistake and deception and just like try to make it better next time.
What's your translation for deception? What do you mean?
When they have frustration because they didn't pass a eat what word should I use for that?
Frustration, yeah.
Frustration.
Yeah.
I
mean, look, sometimes heats are very, very close, and it is a marginal call, and you know you can argue the toss for sure, and that's a difficult one. We've had some heats like that in this competition. A couple of heats that were very, very close, went down to the wire. One, in fact, was a countback. It was a tie on total points.
Yeah.
And Jules Denel was at the wrong end of that countback, and he ended up not going through. But that's life. Yeah, that's how it goes.
But sometimes it's not just for the points, you know. It's like for your own performance. Like frustration with what yourself, what you did, what you were not able to balance in maybe in your focus, in your mind, in your, you know. So I see this guy like trying to learn from it, and I like that too.
Absolutely. I'm fascinated constantly by watching athletes of any sport. But this one in particular, because it can be so frustrating.
Yeah. As we see one of our last ride of the day.
We've got one more heat after this. We've just had the word from Pick. One more. There we go. There's our live guy coming in to just do a bit of vox popping on his social media of us in the little back of the seat. Look at that. Beautiful ride. Oh, go, buddy, go.
I've seen a lot Rudy around where I think he has like this camping truck where he just parks on the beach and hang out as a...
He's all in.
Yeah. I've never actually seen him ride.
Okay.
And so...
Well, here we are.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's doing really well. He has a 5.17 in there.
Yeah, he's doing really well. And Nelson Perez, just so that you all know, and in fairness to Nelson, he is better going right than he is going left. So some of his wave performance today is, he really is pretty good, actually. Look at this guy trying to sort of water start on the inside there. Rudy, looks tough. There's just nothing going there for you. That wind is close to dead offshore. There's Nelson looking for a one. All right.
They're floating, right?
Yeah, they are.
It's getting very difficult condition. I wouldn't like to be in the heat following. But I guess they're going to give it a try. 15 seconds left.
Well, we've got Rudy and Nelson who are going to advance, unless Felipe can do a last-minute upset here, but it doesn't look likely. Rudy and Nelson will advance to the quarterfinals of the Masters Fleet. Felipe and Nicholas will be seen again in the redemption round for their second chance. Look at that.
That's it. This is it for Heat 5. Let's go to a commercial break. We come back after that with probably our last heat of the day, Heat 6, Round 1 Master. See you.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito de Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
So here we are, last heat of round 1, Heat 6. Who do we have in there, Simeon?
We have the wonderful Puerto Rican Charlie Rovira. We have Gregorio Stangofinger. We have Sebastian Lazo and Mario Andres Nunes. Mario is a fine wine specialist.
Yeah, he is, and he's actually living in Kangaroo Island, I think.
He has been, yes. He's an adventurous chap, and I like him a lot. Sebastian Lazo is a hilarious local guy, loves his windsurfing. Giorgio Stagofinger, oh, these guys, they're just so into it. Charlie's a hot favourite in this heat, no doubt about it. He's been on the tour doing the Masters circuit. He has just been really proving his mettle.
Yeah, he is. He's putting the effort of traveling around and going out there and getting more experience on port tack wave. I'm not sure in Puerto Rico if there's port tack wave. I don't think so.
All rights.
All right.
So these guys from Puerto Rico, they're definitely right specialists, but they have been coming to more left-handers, Peru in particular, because it's relatively close. But they've been to Hawaii a couple of times now. I just said Hawaii with some sort of Spanish accent. Oh, stop it. It's ridiculous.
So we see Charlie on the way right now. Is it Charlie?
Yep.
He's the one actually who needed stitches on his chin. In a bad fall, the board just hit him in the chin.
He got incredibly unlucky one of the early days of the competition, opening day of the competition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he got a freak accident where the tip of the board just somehow flicked back into his face, caught him right under his lip on his chin, split the lip, 4 stitches on the inside,
yeah,
3
he had a
stitches
hole
on the
going
outside.
through. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, pretty nasty. He's been in quite a lot of pain as it's been healing, but thank you, Gus, for stitching him up.
There we see him floating, going back to the point. Tricky condition with the wind right now.
The head judge is elected to complete this first round despite the conditions being difficult because the waves are still pretty nice and it's certainly sailable, and it's a non-elimination round, and he's just keen to get through as many heats as we can. The rest of the forecast for this week still looks like we're going to have enough to complete, but we don't want to get complacent.
Yeah.
We have tomorrow with wind and probably not a good topogama day tomorrow, so we'll probably be in Matanzas, but it won't be with spectacular waves. And, we'll get through a lot of heats there, but it may not be as wonderful as this, so we want to try and savour this moment as best we can and get through those rounds.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Matanza, the wind enters tomorrow. Otherwise, he'll have to make another trip out here to Topocalma.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Felipe said. This is what is great about this place, is that we can move around the competition and be flexible about that. It's a lot of logistically decision that you have to take at last moment, like the food here and getting everybody that maybe don't have vehicles, like you have to find rides for everyone. It's a big decision, but they're able to make it again if needed.
Yeah, seizing the moment this morning and calling it to move, it was pretty exciting. Where there's a lot of energy that ran around the whole place.
You were sure excited,
I was.
Simeon. You love here. You love it. I was a bit shocked, but you were very excited.
Here's a wave. Look at this beautiful line coming down here. So who's that rider? I don't know. We'll find out. But they've just lost their fins on that top turn. Ugh, what a bummer. I'm not sure who that was. It was not Charlie Rivera, the top seed.
Rivera is in the back
Here
right now.
he is.
Here's Charlie.
Okay, Charlie's in very light wind. You can see him just standing straight up right on the board. He's going to have to surf this wave. Nothing radical yet, but maybe. Yeah, okay, he's just pulled out. Very difficult to time that, but that was a good effort.
Yeah, that was a good effort, and I think this was the best wave so far in that heat. There was someone else getting on the wave with a blue Goya.
Upwind there. They're coming down the line. Okay, while Charlie
Speeding
heads
up.
out down the bottom on screen, we're going to be going up to the window here. There it is. Okay.
Oh, this
Nice.
is a Nash sail. I'm so sorry.
Nash sail. I'm not sure who that is. Is that one of Arnaud's old sails?
Yeah, I think this is Mario.
Mario. It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is Mario.
Yep. And
As we-
another person coming through. Oh, no. Pulled off.
Good. Charlie Rovira with his first score, 2.83.
Yeah. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't worth much more than that. It's going to be a low-scoring heat unless someone can really pick a wave that allows them to use the energy of the wave. And here's a replay back from the last heat. Nelson Perez having a lovely line drawing through here. Look at that beautiful wave. Nelson's surfing this thing nice and relaxed. Nelson is pretty good in the light wind. He knows not to push too hard. He knows that that's usually a recipe for crashing.
Some live action.
Oh, sorry, it's Charlie. That's right. This is when he took the high line. Okay, that's that replay. Look at that. He gets that one at the end.
Strong negative feeling, so they learn from it too. It's part of someone growing up. You have to go through all feelings, frustration too, and rage too. I mean, without feeling that, you're not a complete human being.
Well, you need the experience of those things in a controlled way so that when they do come at you in an uncontrolled way, you've got a chance of managing it. Okay.
Exactly. But yeah, I really like how everybody's treating each other, and that's it.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? I mean, you go to some sports and people behave not that well in all sports, I suppose, but we're lucky in this one, aren't we?
I think we're pretty lucky with all the riders we had in that competition. I haven't seen negative energy at all. Maybe there is and we don't see it, but it's really not something tangible.
Well, I mean, the only thing that we see, and I wouldn't say it's negative, but we see a sort of ferocity and a drive to win and a
Of
frustration that you don't
course.
do well and things like that. And that's fair enough. Like, that's what it's all about. You're trying to achieve. You're excelling, and the sport is tough.
And it's important to feel that.
Yeah.
Without that, then you don't have anywhere else to go, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
But even with that intense emotion that a lot of people have during heats, if they do well, or they're ecstatic. If they don't do well, they're frustrated, angry, and things. It doesn't last in this crew. They just go, okay, walk it off, and
yeah,
back to
yeah.
the back to the
Some
community.
takes more time than others, but like that's what I said. They're usually coping well with all these emotion, and for me, that makes a human being complete.
We got a wave on.
Charlie Rovira,
Oh, this will be nice to see.
Puerto Rico, waiting for that wave to give him more power. See if it can form a nice wall for him. It's just nice and juicy right now. There you go, getting some turn out of it.
Now, we've just lost the scores on the upper corner, but that's probably the head judge just doing some adjustments, so don't pay any mind to that. Charlie's got a little wave there.
Yeah, that was actually very nice. He didn't get lots of turns out of it.
Oh, unless we're about to get a notification that they've cancelled this heat. Let's just see. Heat abandoned. It's
Okay.
done for the day, is the message from the head judge.
Okay, the heat was abandoned probably for lack of wind. It makes it a bit difficult for each of these riders to express themselves. I think this is a good decision. It's a bit painful to watch.
Yeah.
So I think this is the end of our day,
It
Simeon.
is, and we did the big goodbye a little prematurely, but
Yeah.
this time we'll keep it brief. Thanks everyone for listening, and thank you Matanzas, thank you the community, thank you Hotel Surazo, thank you Persia, thank you all the sponsors, and thank you Caro.
Thank you, Simeon. See you next year.
You bet.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
En AFP Plan Vital estamos aquí, para ti. Aquí para construir tu pensión. Aquí para lograr tus metas. Aquí para resolver tus dudas. Aquí y aquí también. Para acompañarte, orientarte y crecer juntos. AFP Plan Vital, aquí para ti. Cámbiate ahora.
Estamos Liz Taylor con mi versión. A ver si fuimos separados al nacer o no. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Inteligencia artificial. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Porque la People lo pidió, ya tenemos a mi doble oficial. Y ¡ay! Y hecho por la AI.
El perrito del Lipigas llegó a tu barrio.
Que no se le pase la vieja. Lleve su versión de mí de peluche y más blandito por menos de 10 luquitas. Y ¡ay! Hecho por la AI. Atenti, son poquitas copias de mi gemelo. ¡Ay! Y hecho por la AI. Lipigas, la buena energía.
Sun is shining through with weather fair.
Bobby, anda y tráeme mis pantuflas. Bobby, las pantuflas. Perro inútil.
¿Quién es el inútil ahora?
Red Bull te da alas.